Uh, Man, okay, so someone sent me this video about so contrary to whatever you guys superstitious shit you were saying in the Mods for Dummies server, I
Superstitious.
don't think my staff team knew about it until like later. Nobody told me about it until like about 24 hours after the video was published. I had no idea it was up. So, because if I had, I would have probably tried to reach out later. But I didn't even know it was you guys until I was snooping through the comments, and you said to someone else that your Discord is the Mods or Dummies Discord. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So figured that out pretty quickly.
Hmm.
Um, and then I realized that you linked to a video that has my docs information. And I was like, oh, okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense
I
why
removed that
you're
link
there. You
now.
got that from the Shardy.
Hmm.
So, well, if you got it from either Kiwi Farms or the Shardy, Kiwi
No,
Farms
I
got it
didn't
all from.
actually. I found it when I searched up your name on YouTube, and it showed me that. So I went on it, and because I was on phone, I didn't see the description. I did remove it now. But you do have to bear in mind that on your Twitter, you do say, look up my docs on location. Anyways.
So that makes it like that justifies it
No,
because I say look
I
up
did
my
remove
docs
it.
to
I did
taunt
remove
people.
it because I didn't notice it in the description, and I didn't get it from the Shardy. I didn't look there to find it. I found it on YouTube.
Okay. Well, so also in your little video, I spent,
Hmm.
I spent a little while just going through every little point that you made and just uh,
Okay.
jotting down some little notes on it. But you have some just multiple, just like blatant, like plenty of this shit is just like opinionated stuff that we can get into if you really want to die on those hills. But
Die on that
uh,
hill. Damn, you talking to me.
there's mainly my main concern is with the blatant falsehoods, like the just things that are objectively not true
Hmm.
that you included in there. Stuff like you saying that my girlfriend is a pedophile, that I date a pedophile, that I rated mods for dummies, which I
I
did
said your
not do.
fans did, and if you're gonna criticize Ruben for what his
My
fans do, the same can be done for you. That's the point I was bringing up.
my fans, but do you have? Where's the? I'm yet to see any actual proof of that.
They flooded our tickets, and also they harassed Messi and Nixon's discords. They went to their
They
mutuals. They
fled it
ruined their
because
feed.
all I've seen is I've seen one message of someone posing the idea of flooding the tickets. That
Even
person was not affiliated
even
with
that
anybody
message,
like.
they are fairly ranked in your Discord. I didn't know that they were not staff because they had that manager role. Looks like a staff role, but
Okay,
they they
but
from what I was
that's just.
aware of,
But did
were
they
not
actually
punished.
do anything off of that, or was it just that one
Even if
message?
they didn't do anything, they literally threatened to raid
Oh,
a
so they
Discord.
didn't.
They threatened to raid a Discord, and they didn't want to
Okay,
follow
but
the
that's not what you
process on
said.
it.
But okay, but let's back up here because you didn't say that they threatened to raid the Discord. You said that we were raiding the Discord. Not only that, but
Yes,
you said
because
that
your
I
fans
was
did
raiding the
do that.
Discord.
They flooded the tickets.
Yeah, you didn't say. Y'all didn't say my fans. Y'all
They
said that I
did.
was raiding the
Who else?
Discord.
Who else would have raided aside from your fans? Realistically, after that video dropped.
Okay, server invites are going to be paused for a while. Gone Fishing, the guy who dates a woman that makes furry gore porn, is trying to raid both Runker and Mods for Dummies. How fucking retarded do you have to be to try that shit? That's what
Yes,
the announcement said.
because
That's what the
again,
announcement said.
yeah, because you dropped the video and it
They're
made your
literally
fans go
alleging
and do
they
it.
are alleging right there that I raided the server.
Yes,
And
because
you're
your
telling me
fans
now
went
that
and
they didn't
raided
even
it
do that?
after you
That you
dropped
just
the
had you had
video.
one message. You had one message of someone posing the idea of like flooding the tickets that they
That
didn't even
wasn't
do.
just it. I told you they also actually did come and try to flood the tickets. That's why we had to
Okay,
ban
well then I would
several of
like
you.
to. I'd like to see
We
that.
had to ban several of you that day.
Okay, well, I'm sorry about that. Because I had to I had to put my server on lockdown about 5 different times over the span of like the past week because of
Hmm.
people from Kiwi Farms, Shardy, other places flooding it, creating alt accounts just to fuck with us and shit.
Yeah,
So
and we had to
sorry
do
that
the
you had to
same with
ban like
MFD and
3 people.
It was not 3 people. We had to ban more than 3 people. I don't know where you got the whole 3 people idea from.
Okay, well, so I'm yet to see that though. Regardless, that's not me raiding your server. So like y'all announcing that and saying that I'm the one raiding your
But
server,
dropping
that's
a
just not
video
true.
with forced drama after the drama died down, that makes your fans raid the server. That's fine, yeah.
What did you said forced drama?
Yes, you forced the drama entirely. It was completely unnecessary.
Hmm. Okay, so Oh, okay. Okay. So the whole like, you know, Ruben, you know, I mean, we don't have to get into it, but that's just an interesting. You know, what is forcing the drama is, you know, bringing it back from the dead. You know, days
Bringing
ago
it back from the dead. Did you not do the same thing when you dropped the VC clip with Ruben trying to?
when I dumped.
Game him?
Yeah, that was a VC clip that I already talked to him and agreed. He agreed to me posting.
And you posted it, and that doesn't revive the drama. And
I
you
posted that
debunking
to
the
defend
video
myself
is
because
problem.
Ruben's fans were calling us and accusing us of lying. We were being slandered. I posted that to defend myself, and you guys, for some reason, took that as some like initiative to, you know, fire all the engines.
Fire all the engines.
Even when I was the one that agreed, like Ruben and I communicated with him like hours before I posted that, and he agreed to me posting it.
Okay.
It wasn't posted. Like, I was very clear about everything in there. It was just to respond and defend myself.
It really
So
was. You were saying that was to respond and defend yourself, but you know, most of it you were like being quite on the offensive even. I don't know how you can say it was just to defend yourself.
okay, so that's because the people that were saying shit about us were saying that we were liars for saying that Ruben said all this shit. I said that in a post. If you go to my Twitter, the post that should come up, because it's like the latest post is one that says public statement. I posted that hours before I talked to Ruben and we made up and everything. I posted that because he was on his Twitter saying like slanderous bullshit about us, and I didn't know what else to do. And I was in the middle of editing those VC clips to, you know, like post as proof, and then he messaged me back like in the middle of that. So, and then we talked and shit, and then afterwards I was like, okay, well, wait a minute, now people are calling me a liar though, so I kind of still need to post the VC clips.
And what's like examples of the slanderous bullshit you're talking about?
It's slanderous bullshit. Okay,
Yeah, like
I mean,
that.
just like posting shit that my girlfriend drew with like little to no context, or saying that the people that sent us like, you know, for like not they didn't send us like they just straight up sent us like animal abuse, like animals being like tortured, killed. They sent us necrophilia, zoophilia, disgusting shit. He just kind of lied pretty boldly and said that those people were actually not his fans, that they were furries. That's just not true. I looked into it myself. He could have done the littlest amount of research and found that out, but he didn't. They were not furries. They were a part of a Soyjack party group called Thugboria, who found my fucking shit because of his fans posting about me on Soyjack Party. They are not like some furry group.
What's the proof for this?
What do you mean? What's the proof of this? You want me to send you it? I have screenshots of all that. Sure. All right, here, give me a second. I have screenshots of like all their accounts and shit. Let me pull up the screenshots. Actually, I might even be able to. Here, let me see, because I haven't gotten responses on my Twitter reports yet. So I'm assuming the accounts are still up because their Twitter moderation is not so. Oh, damn! No, they actually did get suspended. Okay, well, I mean, it only took them. Only one of them got suspended. Okay. Only one of them got suspended. What is this one? Oh, that's a video of a guy shooting his penis off. Okay. And then the other two, but it says the other two violated. Okay, so here, I could just here, I'll link you the like pages so you could just go view them. That's one of the main people that sent us shit, and the main organization, the group that sent us shit, is that guy, and I know that because they sent replies about it. I would recommend not going to media tab for this account. I would advise you just take my word for it. It's pretty bad. It looks like a good amount of the posts have been deleted or removed, and they've posted some new ones, but as you can see, their pinned tweet says, "At Onion Bread, faked being groomed by Milk Dead for attention. We will be releasing an expose soon. Stay tuned." These are the guys that sent us the, you know, all the bestiality, necrophilia, all that like horrible shit. And this was posted. Let me see. That was posted an hour and a half after I posted my video. Okay. So I guess like if you really wanted to do some, I mean, so okay. And then furthermore, here we can go. If you go to the Thugboria Media Center account, you can see they have a Discord invite linked. I don't know if that one's still valid. Okay, no, that's not. It's not a valid invite anymore. But if you click on their YouTube channel, you go to their YouTube channel. The official Thugboria at Thugboria official YouTube channel. You can go into their videos, and it's their second most recent video called FPE Creator at Katie blah 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 is a pedophile. Here, I'll just link the video. If you go into the description on that video. Or was it? No, maybe it wasn't this video. Okay, but anyways, this is a video where they fake messages of someone to troll people in a community. Like, you can see that, and people are pointing this out in the comments that, like, the messages are fake. Like, they're, like, objectively fake. The messages are from before the actual account even existed. So, they're not, like, real messages. And I remember it was in, maybe it's their first video, but they mentioned something about okay, if you go to their oldest video on their channel, which is called Thugboria Will Destroy Fundamental Paper Education, if you go into the description on that video, they have Thugboria will destroy fundamental paper education for the following reasons. Number 1, Z rated the shardy. FPE is low quality garbage that panders to mentally challenged. The most important part there is the fact that they rated the shardy. These guys are a group these guys are a group from the shardy that goes around and, like, trolls people, fakes messages of them, and sends them, like, obscene and horrible, like, images and media. They are not furries. Ruben posted that on his Twitter. I told him it was not true in conversation. He did not take it down. So what else am I going to do? I mean, I detailed all of that shit. I detailed all of that in the post that I made. And that was what the proof was to, support, because you can also scroll down and you could find, like, some, like, dissenting replies of people saying that, like, we're lying, or that I haven't posted any proof, or, well, like, this, that, or the other. And I was not just going to sit there and just let that happen. So I posted the proof, but I made sure I told Ruben first.
The post? I can't find it.
Where's the post here? I'll send it to you.
Oh, this one.
Yep. I mean, I could just read down the line. Like, for example, on his Kiwi Farms, and he tried doubling down on this in a conversation on my server. He said that Tyler, my girlfriend, drew rape. That's not true. That just didn't happen. He sends an image to support this, and the image in question is not even her art. Yeah. He claims that my girlfriend drew lewd art of him, despite knowing that is not true. That didn't fucking happen. That's something that you also claimed in your video, despite having no evidence for it, because it did not happen.
The screenshots in the video are not evidence. The one where she draws him as a furry and whatnot.
How is that lewd art?
Because furry shit's inherently sexual. There's more people who sexualize
really?
it than people who just do it for cosplay.
You see like a cute animal face, and you think that that's, like, inherently sexual?
Cute animal face?
That's what it was. That's the image that you have on the screen. That was the. I can pull up the art right now. I can jog your memory of it, because it seems you may not be super familiar with it.
Need to check where I pull all these.
Yeah, where in that is lewd art? There is one drawing of him in the corner with fur and ears, giving a thumbs up. How do you look at that and say that is lewd art?
I'm looking for the other screenshots, but it's also no doubt that you also tell well, not you necessarily, but Tyler maybe. You definitely influence your fans into drawing weird shit of him, like him as a furry.
Okay, let's get into that. Let's get into that, because that's another objective falsehood as well. So you said that we encourage people to draw, like, you made a pretty bold claim. You said, I'll just make sure I get this right here. You said Tyler still mentions Ruben frequently to this day in their Discord server, sexualizing him in furry art that they've encouraged underage fans in their community to draw.
Yes, because
The interesting thing about that is that the exact screenshot that you are citing, that you're claiming we encouraged this, like, 14-year-old to draw, I actually did the bare minimum of research, and I went back and traced that message, and if you believe me on this one, Tyler actually discouraged them from doing and posting that.
Discourage them from doing and posting that.
Yes, Tyler told them not to post shit like that.
Really? But okay, but when she says she wants to draw shit, like, let me find the screenshot. And she says when she
I don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to believe me
boy.
here. Here's the screenshot. You don't need to believe me. Look.
Please don't post this. I don't want you to get harassed over it. Okay, but when she posts this, hold on. Let me open the.
When she posts what? When she post shit over a fucking year ago? Because that's the screenshots that you have.
I'm getting it.
I know what you're gonna get because I trust me. I'm seasoned on this.
Seasoned. Wait,
yeah, you think I haven't heard like all this bullshit before?
Bullshit? Really?
Yes.
Fucking amazing.
I mean, fuck. I can get the screenshots if you really don't. I think I have them in my folder.
It's really starting to ignore these.
شو بقرأت؟ سديت الكتاب بس عيت من الأسئلة؟
I'll just dredge up the screenshots myself.
Do you have the one where she says, I want to draw him as a thick
You talking about the ones where she says, took him too long to block, should have drawn him as a thick femboy?
Femboy, quote unquote.
Yeah, that's the exact same one that I'm reading. Should have drawn him as a thick femboy, lost that chance. Watch me draw Ruben, not only a femboy, but also a furry.
So, are you saying these messages are not, like, in any way encouraging people?
I'm saying those are messages from over a year ago before we even had drama with him.
Even if it's from over a year ago, before you had drama with him, you were still obsessing over him. What's the relevance to whether the drama happened or not? You were still obsessing over him.
I think it's more relevant that it was over a year ago, and you're saying that. I mean, the claim that you're making was very deliberate. You didn't just say. You said Tyler still mentions Ruben frequently to this day in their Discord server, sexualizing him and yet here you are citing screenshots that are from over a fucking year ago.
Yeah, because she still was sexualizing him that long ago. That's how you fucking know.
Okay, then why don't you show me something that? Why don't you show me something recent then? Why don't you show me something recent then?
Something recent.
Show me something recent.
Still
I'll wait.
Shit.
Also, we'll get to it, but
Get to it.
yeah, we'll get to how you guys are saying that my girlfriend is a child predator. We'll get to that one. Want to make sure we really lock this one in first. Let me take a look at these other ones that you sent here. Okay, so you've attached like multiple screenshots of people drawing Ruben as a furry without instancing how any of these people were encouraged to draw this in any way.
Is it not blatantly obvious? Your girl keeps saying to people, about about Ruben Sim and how she should have drawn him as a femboy and whatnot, drawn him as a furry.
You have
There's
one
multiple
screenshot of that, and it's from over a year ago. And you're
From
pulling
over a
up
year
art
ago,
that
and you're
people
saying
drew
it's
in
not
like the past
inflammatory,
month, past week, and you think that that's corollary at all? I could probably even trace the join dates of these users and find that they joined far after that message was ever sent.
Joined far after that message is ever sent. Well, you don't think that all of that time where she posts about Ruben online, drawing him as a furry, would make fans want to draw that shit as well?
I'm waiting for you to show me another, an instance where she said that, like, aside from these two screenshots you have from, like, the same
Drawing him as a furry
one conversation over a year ago.
Here it is. That's another one where she draws him as a furry.
Yep, that is also because I mean, there's nothing sexual about
And
this
also-
one.
and also-
I don't know how you're gonna
My
like look me in the
point
face and
being
tell me that
you
that's
keep
sexual.
mentioning that she keeps mentioning and turning him into a furry and furry art and shit like that. Do you not think
Your
the
mic
fans
is
are gonna
really
do the
muffled.
same?
I don't know if it's like sounds really muffled.
Yeah, I know my mic quality is shit. But do you not think when she
I'm saying like I can't hear you very clearly.
do you not think when she takes constant furry art of Ruben and posts it, that it will not inflame fans to do it more? That's what I'm trying to say. If she keeps talking about him, she mentions him constantly, she makes this art of him, does it not make other people want to do the same?
She
But
makes
if they
this art of
follow
him,
you,
and
they're
she made this.
impressioned by you, they
Okay,
will do
so
it.
I would say maybe you would have a point if there was like some pattern of behavior here, but right now you're
There
talking
is.
about like isolated incidents that took place like over a fucking year ago and trying to connect them to like some campaign to encourage minors to draw lewd art of him, of which the art you attached is not even lewd art, by the way, but like I don't
It's
think you
not
could tell the
lewd.
difference.
It's not lewd. Okay,
Yeah,
So,
I'm not gonna like
let's look at
I'm not
this.
gonna buy into just I don't know like some femboy art of someone that these characters aren't even doing like lewd poses or shit. Like
So, here's what I want to point out, right? They are not wearing any, like, fucking clothing, like, on their fucking...
yeah, they're not wearing any clothing because they're fucking like furries.
Fucking
they're,
furry.
like-
What is that meant to mean?
I get you. It's your mic sounds pretty muffled. I'm gonna try. I'll do the actual due diligence here. I'm gonna track down these messages. You're gonna see.
And
Gonna see
just
what.
to add on to what I think is also a big problem with your server.
Again, your mic.
Okay, hold on. This fucking mic's out.
Yeah. Just try. Yeah.
Hello.
Why is this mic?
Is this working?
Yes, that sounds better.
Okay.
Okay, so I actually tracked down the one in question that you just sent to me twice there, and that person does not say. They actually don't. Not only do they not say that they were inspired by my girlfriend, they actually say that they were inspired by the other 14-year-old who also just did it of their own free will.
Of their own free will, but the actions that your girlfriend took did not inspire them to do that.
Yeah, I don't think the random action of my girlfriend sending 2 messages over a year ago had something to do with, like,
It's
a
not just those
14-year-old.
2 messages, it's a constant obsession with Ruben. He
Then
mentions
I'm
him
waiting
in the
for you to
server
attach me
53
another
times.
message.
He mentioned him in the server 53 times. She's drawn furry art of him, and that's not just over Discord sending it, she sent it over Twitter. There's a chance these people can see it when they look back on her posts. You can't just say, oh, they're really old, they wouldn't have seen it, so it didn't inspire them. It can't
Okay,
have done that.
okay, no, but you're moving the goalposts here.
How am
You
I
said
moving
in
the
the
goalposts?
you said that we were sexualizing him in furry art that they encourage underage users in this, and now you have moved the goalposts to okay, well, because Tyler drew him as a furry in like a completely like safe for work way, not even in a suggestive way at all. Somehow that is now gonna like, encourage like brainwash children to like draw him as a furry or something.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I mean that's just brilliant. I think that's great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean you.
Would you not say an
Again.
NSFW artist drawing him as a furry would not inspire them to do that? He's a fucking NSFW artist.
Okay, but the posts are not. The posts are not. The posts are like the furthest thing from even suggestive. I mean, I don't think you have. I don't think you would look me in the face and tell me that either of these, like the two instances where she drew him and posted it, are suggestive in any way.
As I said, if you drew him as a furry, you are making the fans do the same shit and even sexualizing it, which they definitely did.
So drawing him with ears,
and
giving a thumbs up and a normal face is like that's.
He made it comfortable. He wasn't comfortable. He made it clear he wasn't comfortable with either of you doing it. So why would you continue? Well, with her doing it.
He didn't do. Okay, so he didn't do that. He didn't do that until afterwards. And then guess what? What happened?
Mm-hmm.
She stopped doing it.
Ooh.
She stopped doing it.
And your fans continued. What's your point?
Okay, so but that's what do you? Okay, but then what am I supposed to do?
Moderate it, stop them from doing it, just like how there was a guy talking about fucking Daisy's destruction in your server earlier, and his message was still up last time I checked.
I have no idea what the fuck that is, and I don't know.
And why do your members talk about it in the fucking server is my question, because I didn't know what it was earlier until I fucking looked it up and found an IMDb page on it. I don't even know why IMDb page has the fucking thing for that, but let me find the screenshot. Here it is.
I don't. My server gets like thousands of messages every day. I'm not gonna. I can't view and moderate everyone.
In fact, your staff fucking go around saying the hard R.
That's because a lot of my staff are black.
Oh, but he can say the hard R in front of people. Then that's fine.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
What? Like...
I know that's not Tyler saying it. I know it's your admin pretending to be Tyler.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's also.
Okay, so. All right, so another little thing that you also put in the video is the part where I posted about how Ruben was liking posts, joking about Fallen Chungus's alleged suicide. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you just, I guess, don't know what you're talking about. I guess I could do you that. Because you said, how dare Ruben disagree with a post of a guy preying on the suicide of another and laughing at and you described it as a satire meme about himself and what the furries accuse him of baselessly. That's not what that was. That's not what that was. No, it wasn't. That was a meme making fun of Fallen Chungus's alleged suicide. You know how I know that? Because the art is Fallen Chungus art, and it was in a conversation about how Fallen Chungus allegedly killed himself.
Let me pull up the screenshot again.
Sure, I can pull it up for you right now.
Go ahead.
Here you go. Wait, hold on. Let me, boom. Right there.
I'm not a big fan of furries. Fuck you, I'm going to kill myself.
You know that's Fallen Chungus's art. That's his art. I can go into the thread right now and I could just read the actual posts in the thread.
Okay.
Just get the full context of it. So I'm saying I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt on that one, but regardless, that's still just that's just not true. Like, that just didn't happen. That's not how that happened. That was a post. I mean, like, you could say whatever you want about, like, arguing back and forth about what opinions I have, but, like, that just didn't happen. That one's just, like, objectively not true. That just didn't happen. That is a post making fun of Fallen Chungus's alleged suicide at the time, which they found out later, thankfully, that he did not actually kill himself, but he did attempt to kill himself.
Where's this? What's the original, like, thing? Can you send it?
What do you mean, the original thing?
Like the Fallen Chungus's post of it or whatever.
The one where he says he's going to kill himself, or what?
No, because you said that this was meant to make fun of Fallen Chungus killing himself.
Oh, you mean his art? Okay, sure. Here. I can show you the original art that I can show you the original art that it's like making fun of. Okay. This was the original art that he made. It was like a meme on Twitter. People were circulating it everywhere.
Right.
It is. I mean, and the other. I mean, I just read the other messages that were in that conversation.
Right.
I mean, they were talking about. Someone replied to that thing. Like, talking about it.
Yeah.
They said, so I went and killed myself, bro killed himself. In all serious, why? It generally baffles me why people kill themselves over online drama. Just shut the damn computer off, is what someone else said in response to that very drawing. And also, the message directly after that one sent, like 54 minutes later, is someone saying, epic fucking win if this guy's dead.
So
Replying
I'm
to...
not a big fan of furries one. Like, where's the...
So the reason that one is there, the reason that it's saying that, is because they are, like, they're like, likening that to the reason that Fallen Chungus killed himself.
They're like...
Quote unquote. They assume that. That's what they're... Here, I can go back. I'll just, like, go back in the... I'm like, reading off screenshots right now, but I'm just gonna pull up the actual, like, thread page on kiwifarms. Give me a second. Page 96. Okay. Okay. So here was the first Fallen... Okay, so the original post that everybody started talking about was someone saying Fallen Chungus has supposedly committed suicide, and then they linked to the tweet where he said that he was going to kill himself. People archiving the video, replying to that. Someone replied, new kill count lore. Someone else said, you think this should be a Ruben Sim derangement related content, or is it good here? I searched mentions here, and they only popped up on this thread, and the hits were mostly about Ruben. They belong in the Ruben Sim derangement syndrome thread. Pretty sure, since he was particularly a known Roblox figure. Someone said, who's that? And then someone else replied, Fallen Chungus was a Twitter artist whose most notable contribution to the world was this meme, and they sent the image that I sent to you right there. Basically, imagine if Dubus Goobus was 15 and only had 2 jokes, sex of the gay variety, and comics where the joke is someone said something is funny, TikTok, Zoomer talk. He made this comic in relation to Ruben Sim and his never-ending genocidal hatred of furries. I think that's the context, at least, relating to Roblox and Ruben. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So that's the other thing. That's the reason that they're even, like, talking about this or posting about it in here, is because he also made this comic. So that's what the thing is making fun of. They're saying that he killed himself because Ruben or other, or his fans were like, I don't like furries. That's what it's making fun of.
So in summary, he made a meme about Ruben, and then the kiwifarms thread is, I'm not a big fan.
So there's another thing that I put in between. So he made that meme about Ruben. Mm-hmm. There was a Soyjack party thread that was made, like a raid thread on him.
Yeah.
One of the biggest ones I've seen on that site. I mean, it had like hundreds of messages going through, just like, Soyjack party. Mm-hmm. Just going through, just like straight up fucking, like they didn't have anything against this dude. They were just straight up like, just like hatred, just vitriolic, awful shit against this 17-year-old, and there was mentions of Ruben in there, but nothing like super. I was going to include it in the video, but I didn't think it was like concrete enough to draw like that big of a conclusion from, because those people just seem more like they thought that he was annoying and not like, oh, I will literally die for my hero Ruben Sim, I will fucking take out Fallen Chungus, or it didn't seem like that. There was like some like some fringe mentions of Ruben in the Soy Jack Party thread, but regardless, they harassed him for days and weeks, and then he posted on his Twitter that he was like gonna that he was suicidal and that he was gonna like attempt to kill himself. That's what had happened.
And would you say Ruben's responsible for this, just for liking or whatever it was, Drink React, I believe it was, to that meme? Do you think he really carries any responsibility for that?
No, I just think it was just kind of I only put it in there mainly just as like a
Then
because people it's just kind of a shitty thing,
But
to
if
do.
you don't believe that message would have even made them go out and do this, they just did that on their own. What was Ruben's relevance to that? Why would you even include it in the video?
What was his relevance? It was because, well, he said that Kiwi Farms is what did he say? Gossip farm with a strict policy against harassment, and I've seen other people defend him by saying that he doesn't actually engage in any, level of harassment or like, bad faith, like, shit talking and shit on there. So, okay, here's evidence of him doing just that. That's why I think that shit is relevant.
But
same thing with the stuff about Jersey, which you also mentioned in the video, which is, it's just not true.
They went and talked about it in a VC, in a Twitter space or whatever. I believe it was.
Yep, I'm aware of that, and what Ruben said to him was also just like not true. Like he said that he, is like against doxing and against harassment, when in reality they were able to confirm his dox because of Ruben.
They were able
he
to confirm
he in that message was saying, oh, and yeah, you guys are right, by the way, his real name is this, and that he is actually homeless, and that, oh, I sent him a $100 bill, XD, lols, funny. I could pull up the screenshot again, and also I could just pull up the. Let me see. I have a screenshot as well of Jersey's docs as well, and I'm just gonna let's see. We can just check the dates on those because obviously, yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I cropped out the. Okay, hold on. I gotta go to Docsman. I think if I'm remembering correctly, I found it by searching. I think I found it because I was looking for posts that mentioned pastes that. Yep. Yeah. I was right. His docs on Docsman is titled "Jersey Furry: The Furry Who Fakes Evidence Against Rubenson." So, and that was posted on May 13th. And they only have here. They have username, age. They have birth date. Face. I'm looking to see if they have his name though. They did not have his name. They didn't have his name on the docs. Like I said, Ruben helped confirm that. I just did a Control F on the docs page. You can do it yourself if you would like to.
Okay.
Just do Control F, type in name. You can go through all 6 options, none of which there is no mention of his full name. There was no mention of his full name.
What did you say his name was?
Well, Ruben on Kiwi Farms said, and yes, his name is Joseph Maggio. It's on his PayPal, which is under the name Jersey Furry. He shouldn't take too much issue with people knowing his real name, considering he constantly tweets and deletes mine. That's what he said. You can also just do a search for Joseph Maggio, I assume. Let me do that right now. Yep, I just did the last name. There are nothing pops up for his last name. You can't even. His first name doesn't even pop up on the docs.
And
so
you're gonna ignore that he's posted Ruben's first name and deleted it in multiple posts.
So that's great that you'd mentioned that because that's actually what Ruben's old handle was.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that?
And he changed it for a reason because he clearly didn't want people to see it.
Okay, well, that was his old handle across like many of his, like all of his socials for fucking years. I mean,
does that excuse him to just go and post his full name if he didn't want people knowing it afterwards?
post his full name. I mean, he didn't really post his full name. He just posted his first and last name, which again, Ruben publicized himself. It was his handle, everywhere. He also, not only that, but he has said his full name in videos multiple times. Some of them are his most popular videos on his channel, like his why I was banned from why I'm banned from Roblox for life video. He says his full name in that video. He says he refers to himself as Ben Simon.
And again, does that still mean he can go ahead and say his full name in it?
If it's at that point, it's public information. I mean, he publicized it himself.
What do you say?
I mean, it literally was public information. He didn't do anything like crazy there. Jersey Furry was a private individual who dissented against Ruben.
Who what?
And Ruben was.
What did you? Can you repeat that?
He's a private individual who, dissented against Ruben that Ruben singled out.
Who dissented against Ruben?
Yeah, that was his whole thing. He had the whole Ruben Sim Expose account.
Oh yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just, so I don't know when they had the conversation, but I can tell you when this message is from. I believe that one is from, let me check the date on let me just go properties on when I got this screenshot. That message is from May 29th. So I don't know when they had their little, I think he said, let me just cross-reference it with the video that Jersey posted himself, because if I'm remembering correctly, he said the day that they, talked and shit, in the video. Let me just pull that up real quick.
Alright.
Maybe he dashed it, maybe he didn't. Okay, he doesn't say the date. He just says that of which happened in a public Twitter space and blah, blah, blah. So I could probably go back and find the date of the public Twitter space, but regardless, I do know it was just mere days after he was on Kiwi Farms posting the dude's full name and aiding them in making the, full actual, docs of him.
The full actual docs, so it wasn't all the personal information taken by other people anyways.
Yeah, except for his full name. That's kind of like the little... once you have someone's, full name, that's, that unlocks, so many more opportunities, Believe me, I know. You can... From there, if you have someone's full name and the state or whatever they live in, you could go on white pages. You could, just search there. You'll probably find a hit there. You could find their location off of there. You can find, a bunch of different fucking info just off of someone's, full name. You could find, old records and shit that they have public records by just searching their name up and, doing a just search of all, available documents and shit. So, plenty of shit that you could do with someone's, full name once you have that. So it's a pretty, important piece of, evidence there. And regardless, dude was telling him in conversation that he's anti-doxing and harassment, and yet days prior he was doing that. That just doesn't really jive with me, you know what I mean? So, anyways.
My mic working?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, alright. Yeah, continue.
Okay, so... Also, the video was not... You say postponed. My video was postponed to an hour after Ruben announced he just about survived a fatal motorcycle crash. That's not true. That's not true.
You said it yourself in
It
the
was
video
not.
that I was
It was like
postponed, and you released it later. You released it on the day.
it was postponed. It was postponed like over like a week before that.
Mm-hmm. And you
I mean, it
still
was.
uploaded it an hour after you got into a motorbike accident?
No, it was not an hour after he got into a motorbike accident. It was over a day later, and I didn't even know about that until people in my comment section said it.
Know about it.
Yeah, I didn't know about it. I just stopped like going to his Twitter once I had all my shit together.
You stopped going to his Twitter and his community tab on his YouTube and whatnot.
I'm not subscribed to him.
Conveniently, okay, over his Twitter, you were monitoring his socials. Let's get that out of the way. You were monitoring.
When I was like making the fucking video, but I was like, this is like we're talking about the. I mean, we're talking about the last day. We're talking about the last day before. The last day, not even like the last few hours before I posted the video. You think I'm gonna you think I'm gonna know like when he just posts that like he did this, that, or the other? And also, he posts shit like that all the time, and it's fake.
This one
he does that all the time.
Real. He posted a picture of himself in the fucking hospital bed, and he posted a picture of the diagnosis or prognosis or whatever you want to call it. He posted.
Okay. Well, I didn't fucking see that. I didn't fucking see that until people in my comment section said it. So.
How are you gonna plead ignorance to it when you were monitoring his shit?
What do you want me to say here? What do you want me to say here? No, seriously, because it's just like
Because I don't get how you're pleading ignorance to it.
Pleading ignorance to what? To not seeing his post about surviving a motorcycle accident. Probably like most people hadn't even seen it because it had been like not even a full day since he posted about it.
It hadn't been a full day since he posted about it. You still would have seen it, bro. You were watching his fucking Twitter post. And you
I was watching his Twitter post and I was getting fucking evidence of the video. I wasn't watching it when the video was already fucking done.
Okay, whatever you say. That's why if we continue arguing this point, it's just gonna be a back and forth. I don't really care about this point. It's not gonna go anywhere if we keep talking about it, to be honest.
No, I mean, you're right. It is incredibly stupid. It's just an incredibly stupid thing. It's a very shallow thing to even hit on that I would like what? That I'd like drop something because like, oh shit, now's my chance, you know? Fucking... Oh, you got an emotion to this video that I was already planning to upload on this day. Now I have some extra reason for it when I already planned to upload it on that day.
Could you not have delayed it after you saw the post?
Why would I have delayed it after I saw a post that had nothing to do with it?
Him being in a
It'd be malicious.
Accident,
It'd be malicious if I was like in the video
you.
saying some shit about how like, hey Ruben, I know you just got in a motorcycle accident, but you know, like, I didn't fucking. All this happened fucking before that. I don't have a time machine. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna like delay posting a video.
Yeah.
Like, and even when I did find out about it, like in the first, I believe it was like a comment that I got. Like, I think it was within probably the first hour I got like a comment about it, because I only really check comments on my videos like for like the first day that they're up, and then after that I think it's like bad for your mental health. I personally just went into it.
What, like,
yeah, I don't like to go through like comments and shit because it's just bad. Like regardless of like positive or negative, I feel like it'll either go to your head or it will, you know, just be really fucking shitty and stupid. But no, it was one of the early comments that said that within like the first hour that said something about like something about how like releasing this after like he got in a motorcycle accident.
It's your top comment. It's the one that says releasing this right after Ruben's crash.
Yeah. It was that one. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. No, it was that I believe was in the first hour, and then I think I went to his like page and saw like that shit. And at first I'm gonna be honest, I told him this in conversation with him. I was like, I told him I was like no, this I don't think this is like fucking real because he posts shit like that all the fucking time. saying like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I just, my boss just fired me, this, that, or the other. Oh, I slid, I slid into a curb and lost control. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but the difference
it
was
just,
those posts were like shit that was posted by other people from before. It looked very fucking satire from the beginning. But
oh no,
that
I'm
one
saying
had
like,
the
I'm
diagnosis
saying like when people just describe it, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like.
Oh,
I'm
like
not
when
saying because
people,
the images were, but when people were just like, oh, he just got in a motorcycle accident, I'm like, okay, yeah, right, like,
okay.
but
Okay.
so then let's get to I mean, I probably should have hit this one from the top, but so you just think my girlfriend is a pedophile?
Yeah.
So why?
Because she made a weird picture that I found actually of, I'm gonna quote what was written on it. He just nutted inside me and opened whatever that editing software was, if I get the picture.
Premiere Pro? Yep.
Yeah, whatever that one was. Do you think that that was appropriate for her to put out, and I know she was an adult at that time, to look at it, she was an adult. Do you think that was appropriate for her to
And
make?
I was 17, and that is my partner who I am in a relationship with and sexually active with.
Okay, I just don't need to know that.
Yeah, you kind of do though, because you're fucking like bringing up some post that has a sexual innuendo in it as a fucking joke, like as if it's some. You think a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old, you think that's pedophilia?
Yes, because you're a minor.
You think I'm a
2 years
you think I'm
older
a
than
victim?
you.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Dude, be so fucking honest with me.
What?
You think a 17 she's not even 2 years older than me.
She is. You were born in 2005,
No, she isn't.
right?
She isn't.
Wait,
She's
when did 2005?
she's a year and 10 months older than me.
A year and 10 months. It's 2 months. 2 months away from being 2 years older than you, bro. She was an adult, and you were a minor.
It was also the fucking age of consent in my state, like over the age of consent in my fucking state, and we are in a relationship. Some sexual innuendo is I mean, that's certainly a bold take. I mean, I'm sure that'll really stand. I mean, that'll really hold strong. I mean, that's pedophilia. Is my girlfriend drawing art with a sexual innuendo of me when I was 17?
Huh? Wait, say that?
Is pedophilia? That's pedophilia? No. I'm saying my girlfriend drawing a sexual innuendo with me as a 17-year-old is pedophilia.
Yes. She drew a sexual image of you, and she said he nutted inside. I mean, that's fucking gross. Nutted inside of me and went on whatever the fucking editing software was. And
it's also a meme, by the way.
It's also a
but
meme. And you don't find it weird that she did that with someone 2 years younger than her, 1 year 10 months old, while you were still.
Okay, so
17,
I'm the
19?
person that you're saying is the victim here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm telling you, I'm not a fucking victim of this. I told her to draw that. I thought it was funny.
God.
What's so my god about that?
Huh?
Here's the meme, dude. Here's the meme.
The meme? Where is it?
There's multiple iterations of this.
He just not in me and now he on FL Studio. Oh, yeah, and your one was the one with the drawing over it. He just not in me and he started reading meditations. What the fuck?
I mean,
What is this?
if that's so okay, that was like your bulletproof. That's pedophilia argument.
It's also the fact she started dating you when you were a minor and she was an adult, and you interacted with her when you were 16 and she was 18.
Nope.
Yes.
That didn't happen. Nope, I was 17.
SSW account when you were 16 and she was 18.
Oh, okay. So now you're gish galloping all over the place. Let's stay on one point at a time, please. Let's
You
stay.
interacted with her
If you're
when you
gonna
were a
state a point, let's stay on one point, and then we'll get to the next one. Okay, that's how we're going to do that.
Okay.
So no, we didn't interact when I was 16. I was 17. My birthday is September 10th. I turned 17 on September 10th of 2022. We didn't even add each other on Discord until like a full fucking month after that.
A full month.
I was 17.
And you were still minor, yeah.
Okay. You know the age of consent in Washington State is 16. Washington State.
I don't know where you live, man. I don't really care. It doesn't look at your docs, man. Are you still in minor?
It's not a dox. It's not that's just the law.
I don't know what state she lives in either. I don't really care.
She lives in Germany. The age of consent there is also, I believe it's here. Let me look it up for you right now. Oh wow, the age of consent in Germany is 14. That's not okay in my opinion. I don't think that's okay. Just like clarifying for you.
We can agree on that.
I don't think that's okay, but I'm just saying like I was 17. That's the age of consent in my state. She flew out to here to see me. I flew her out here. I'm the age of consent in my state. She's a year and 10 months older than me. And she never drew like, you know, porn of me. She never did any of that at all. At all.
You can say she didn't draw porn of you, but she did draw images that were sexually implying or suggestive. Like that one where she put you on a leash and put like that fucking fur mask on you and whatever.
Okay, so that's an interesting one to bring up. Hold on. You see, I also see you brought up that one, and you also brought up another one that it's just here. I'll just send both of them at the same time here. Both the images that you brought up there, like, these two, I guess, of the ones you brought up, these two are unique because those are both album covers for albums that we like. They were recreating album covers.
Wait, where's the pictures that she drew of you in there?
Well, the one that you're referencing right there, the one that you're referencing of me saying I'm wearing a like, you know, dog vesting. That's a recreation of the first one,
left,
which is the Money Store by Death Grips. Yeah. Let me find it. It's awesome. Death Grips is awesome.
Okay.
And the second one is 10,000 gex by 100 gex. So I'm trying to find the post on it right now. But I think you cited them in the video, so I think you know what I'm talking about. But,
what?
You cited those posts in the video, so I think you know what I'm talking about.
Which post?
The recreations of those album covers. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so in addition to that, so you cited some other stuff. You also cited a drawing of us cuddling, saying that what did you say about that? I gotta pull up the actual. I gotta pull up the actual thing that you like attached as a handy dandy little note there. I think it was something about. Oh, there it is. She made furry romance art of you when you were a minor. She is an adult with a 2-year age gap. You're not getting away from the grooming allegations. So I was groomed?
Yeah.
Into what? What was I groomed into?
Into a relationship with her, into the fucking sexually active shit. I don't. Which I really
you think? Well, then you shouldn't have fucking said shit about it. don't get in other people's business.
Bring it up. I didn't need to know that. I promise you.
You brought it up. You brought it up, saying that she groomed me and shit. So now we have to actually say something about it.
Okay.
You're the one that said all this. You're attaching little notes here saying that my girlfriend is a groomer, and you just said that she's a pedophile for dating me.
Yeah,
sorry that I have to say that I consented to everything, but yeah, I feel like that's kind of relevant.
Okay.
So I was groomed into a relationship with her, even though I was the one that asked her out. I was the one that pursued her. All of that. Of course, you wouldn't know any of that because you didn't fucking do any research. You didn't ask at all. You just made bold inferences off of fucking nothing.
Off of nothing.
Off of nothing. Off of a few fucking drawings that you saw cobbled together by people on Soy Jack Party and Kiwi Farms.
I don't even use Soy Jack Party.
I'm not saying you got them from there, but that's where they were from.
Okay.
Also, that drawing in question that you cite there, the one of us cuddling, God forbid, without shirts on, the horror. That I was like not even 2 months away from turning 18 in that one. When she drew that one. Not that it's like, not that the image in question is like some damning, you know, crime or some shit, but just to put it in perspective, I guess is all I'm saying. Okay, so let's go a little bit further. So then you mentioned the fact that I followed her NSFW account, which is something that I also posted and already debunked on my Twitter, but I will just reiterate here, I guess.
I don't
so,
use Twitter, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. That image is from late 2022 to early 2023 when I like briefly followed her account to get evidence on her abusive ex-boyfriend. Without going into too much detail, I'll just say that there is some shit on there, some of the shit that Soy Jack Party even dug up, that she was pressured into drawing by him, and I needed to instance that with other shit that I had. I have a whole fucking video on it that I uploaded. It's like my second most popular video that I made.
That was the milk dead fella, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you skip to the
about what happened with that shit, because I'm not really up to date with that.
Yeah. So pretty much he's just an abusive piece of shit. Is like just kind of the nuts and bolts of it. The video just goes over the various like just types of abuse and like horrible shit that he did, ranging from and this was just ranging from the actual I guess instances of categories of like what is it, relationship like abuse, abuse to your partner, being like abusive sleep deprivation, blackmail, coercive sex, cold shouldering, financial abuse, gaslighting, guilt tripping, overprotection, and then some other shit that I threw in there, like his racism and other shit. And I mean, like, he was fucking weird about it. He was so weird about it, but that's a whole another can of worms. But specifically for this is under the coercive sex part, which is like a
career one, right?
Yep. Yeah. In the coercive sex part, I think I had to censor a fair amount of it because at the time my channel was getting hit with like a bunch of these false strikes and shit, so I had to be like super fucking careful with shit that I put in a video. But it goes over his like pressuring her into doing and performing like certain sex acts that she was not comfortable with, and that she stated herself that she was not comfortable with, but he like essentially like guilt tripped her into doing it, and there were drawings that like illustrate some of those things that are on that were on her NSFW account. The other thing that's also missing from that is that the NSFW account was not the only one that I followed during the same span of time. The other one that I also followed was her another like private vent account on Twitter that I'm not gonna like give out the of, but she would post like shit about self-harm and other shit that he was like subjecting her to. It was like her way of like journaling it, pretty much. It was a private account that had 0 followers and it was locked. And it was the same time I asked, like, can I get on this account and this account so that I can like, go through and just instance it with like all this, with the shit that you were talking about. And, we agreed to it like that.
All right.
I would say like at the most, like that shit is like, I guess, you could say like it's irresponsible, but I mean, I think it's like just not just intellectually dishonest to say like any further than that.
Say any further than what, sorry?
Any further than it's what was the irresponsible. I mean, I don't think there's anything more than that. So there's another thing that you added a note in the video saying, before he tells you she was a minor, in brackets, bullshit, here's proof that she was in fact an adult when making all this art. And you cited one instance of art where she had turned 18 like 4 months before that. This was something that I also didn't realize in the post that I said about it. I thought that the date on it was 21, but it was 22. But also I would like to think I have a pretty good reason for believing it was 21, considering the majority of the shit that you found in that video from Soyjack Party was of when she was a minor. The majority of it. And I mean, like, actually, like, I have the actual, 2/3 of it. 2/3 of it was when she was a minor.
Could you show me that?
Yep, yeah, I can show it to you right now. So, so here, I can show you actual thing that has her date of birth on it, and I can go back through the, I'll send the video that they were circulating on the Shardy, and you can just, if you have like VLC or something, just slow the playback speed down, or just like pause it at intervals on the posts individually, and you can go one by one, and you can see that the dates on them are all. So she turned 18 on November 21st of 2021, and I believe the number was there were, of the stuff in the video that they showed, 23 of them were from when she was a minor. Only 13 of them were from when she was an adult.
How many, sorry?
23 when she was a minor, and only 13 from when she was an adult.
23 from when she was a minor, 13 adult.
And that goes to about a percentage of just about 64% when she was a minor, which is just less than 2/3. Just barely less than 2/3. Here, I'm trying to dig up the it's in my Rubin folder. This is from I'm not gonna like post her ID or anything, but this is from this is from medical, like we did so we got her like therapy and shit because she couldn't like get it back in her like home country, or just home situation is not super great, so so I offered like to help her get like the care, and then my family, like we helped her get like care at a local like psychiatrist that my family has worked with. And this is a part of the official like PDF that was sent for like her diagnosis, and as you can see there, the thing that I highlighted for this screenshot was just to show the PTSD diagnosis, but the other thing that you can also see there in the top, top left, is the date of birth, which is 11/21/2003. And then let me grab the video from let me just scroll through here. I know it's in my replies somewhere. I already downloaded it. Here, let me go to my
downloaded what?
Downloads.
Is my mic working?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Downloaded what? Sorry.
The video that people on Soyjack Party were sending, the one that you found that you cited as like your only source in the video. I have it downloaded somewhere. I'm just trying to find it. It's in my downloads folder.
Oh, is it the one that had the link to docs? The one that I removed?
Yep.
Yeah. Wait, so
yeah. Here,
what about that one?
So that's the one that has like all the shit that you cited, and that's the one I'm saying has that 2/3 of it is of when she was a minor.
2/3 of it was when she was a minor.
Found it. You could just go through these like individually. You can see it starts at about like the actual stuff from her NSFW account starts at about 4 seconds in. You can see the first one there is from
when she was still 17. Second one is from when she was still 17. Third one is still 17. You can just go through and you can see all the dates are before November 21st, 2021, when she was still 17.
Oh yeah, and this is another gripe I have. Why does it say 15 plus for account?
So
Why
that's also I was about to get to that. So the reason that it says that, and I said this on the Twitter thing as well, and this is mainly on the people who clipped that, like who cut it out and posted it without and neutered the context of it. The reason that it said that is because she wrote that when she had just turned 17. Like she was a minor herself.
17.
Yep, she was a minor herself. And I know that because I traced back the origin of that screenshot, and it's from when the account was created, which was December of 2020.
Yeah.
Which was like not even a month after she turned 17.
And do you believe it was okay to keep it 15 plus? Like, just point out that, is it fine that she made the account 15 plus, despite it being an SFW?
So here's the thing. She also added plenty of disclaimers and said multiple times, like, that minors shouldn't interact with it, even though she was a minor herself. She made that, like, she said that multiple times. Hold on here. I have screenshots of it. Let me just, I'm trying to remember, because I have so many, like, files and images in here, so. Yeah, here we go. Here's one from a few months after that was posted that says, please, if you are underage, do not follow this page. Thank you. That one is from when she is, again, still a minor. She's still a minor in that one. And yet she's still telling people, don't follow if you are a minor.
Well, then why advertise as a 15 plus account?
Oh, because she wasn't an adult. I mean, she was just freshly not 16, so that's probably why. I mean, she was drawing the shit in private before that, because of, and this is something that I also detailed on Twitter, but when she was 14 and 14, between the ages of 13, 14, and 15,
13, 14, and
she was primarily 13 and 14. She was groomed like on the in the Ponytown community, which was like a brony community.
What is
and
Ponytown brony? What is this?
It was like a spin-off of My Little Pony. It was a brony. It was a brony community.
Okay,
yeah, and I mean just like some pretty like awful grooming, and it was by adults when she was 14. She told them, actually it started just before she turned 14. That's why I say 13 and 14. It started just before she turned 14. But adults would just I could just read some of the messages. Adults would encourage her to draw lewd art and like actually push her to draw lewd art. Like, so for example, like this one adult who she was in conversation with actually pushed her to draw animal genitalia, which is disgusting. But here, let me see if I can find the screenshot. Oh shit! Yeah, so he says,
"Can you fucking censor it, please?"
Oh, it's just text. It's not a. It's here. So guy says, it's a good human penis on a pony, but that's okay. And then she's like, that's the problem. I don't know how a penis should look like on a pony. She says, 14-year-old. And then the adult says, I could show you. And then he sends an image of it. She says, "Okay, that's detailed." He says, "Indeed." And then she's like, "I'm trying to do it, XD." And he says, "If you want to, I'd be really interested to see how it would look in your style."
Don't talk. I fucking hate it when I hear shit like this.
Yeah. No, it's just awful. It's awful. It's just awful shit. And he also even like, he had a birthday cake that he printed out art that she drew and put it on there, and it's just disgusting because it's his 18th birthday and it's a fucking 14-year-old that drew the art that he was like flirting with.
The art.
So, but that's just a little bit of the shit that my girlfriend is like I guess was been through has been through as like as a minor. She also like experienced I mean, like sexual assault and other things as like CSA related stuff. She was assaulted as like a child. She was made to do sexual like things as like a teenager to like other boys and things, and I won't go into detail because it's not my I've already talked to her, and I made sure I got permission for her to be able to speak about like the bare minimum details of it. But yeah, so that was just the kind of and also the other thing is that the quote unquote vor stuff that they post on there, that was actually to appease her current partner at the time, who had that fetish.
Or was that one of the
that was that was she was dating she was dating a girl before that, and that was to appease like her partner because they had that fetish. That's I mean,
by the way,
you can just take my word on that one because, like, it's not. I mean, it's not like particularly
because you are saying some private shit. Is this like just gonna? Is this gonna stay between us, or should I like post anything from this, or? I
mean,
either situation, I don't mind.
Look, at this point, I just wanted the situation done with. I wanted this shit over with. The reason I'm talking to you is because I'm like trying to, stop this can from being kicked down the road of, making like, a whole, series of videos, digging into my girlfriend and I for shit that we didn't fucking do, So like, I'd appreciate if the video went down, because I don't want to have to like. That's the goal, is that I don't want to have to speak about this shit publicly. But the thing is that if a video like that stays up where you're saying all this shit in it, then, kind of has to be made public because that's, that's like important context that is the actual fucking truth there. So.
See, that makes me uncomfortable because some of this shit is like private between you and her as well now, so fuck.
There's more stuff as well. You also said something like Tyler posted so much shit publicly it actually baffles me that you even tried to claim it was private. The post that you're using there to instance that point, that post has 1 like.
Which post?
The post that you put on screen for the text, Tyler posted so much shit publicly it actually baffles me that you tried to claim it was private. I tracked down that post. That post had 1 like.
Let me find it real quick.
It was the like NSFW jars post thing. It's in the video from the Shardy.
The Shardy video? Oh, wait,
let me. Yeah, it's the one that says, "Did this thing, now I can sleep, good night." It's from when she's an adult, and you can see it has 1 like and 1 reply. This account was, when she was a minor, she shared it with, about 5 people. If you actually go back through these posts as well, you can see at the most any of her posts got was, I believe the most I saw on one was 11 likes. 11 likes on one of her posts. It was shared in like a close circle of mutuals and people that were friends with her. She didn't tag her posts with anything, so it wouldn't have been discovered outside of that. You know what I mean? She didn't use fucking hashtags and shit. At least not until she turned 18. And even then, I'm looking back at these posts and those also have 0 likes. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the the FNAF ones, 0 likes, 0 likes. Even let's see, wait, that was I think that was her pinned tweet or something. Okay, and then here's one of some furry character or something. That one's 0 likes. I think that was her Roblox avatar. That one's 0 likes. And then that one, the one of the jars, that one's 1 like. This account was incredibly. I mean, honestly, that's my other problem with this is that through Ruben and people on the Shardy posting this, it's probably reached more people than it ever did in its lifetime. Because this is all years ago. I mean, she hasn't been active. Her NSFW account was scrubbed like a year ago, and all the shit was removed. She expressed like a disinterest in even resuming it. She just didn't fucking want to do shit on there. So, you know, that was like a year ago at this point, and all these posts are from, I mean, years prior to that, before we even met. So, and then her account went private, like actually, like officially, you know, private, in, I believe it was in mid-July of 2022, when she was 18. I think it's specifically because that was when it started getting more followers and shit, and I don't think she was comfortable with that, so she locked her account.
So give me a brief timeline of it again.
Okay, so she created the account shortly after she turned 17.
After she turned 17, okay.
Yeah, you could find that just by looking at if you go to, it's the like second slide that's shown in the Shardy video that I sent there. The second slide that's shown there is what her account looks like now, and you could see it says join December 2022. Join December 2020, which is, yeah, that's not even a month after she would have turned 17. So that's why I'm saying it. Also, that's why it said 15 plus there, is because she was a minor herself, just freshly not 16, and she was already drawing NSFW as a minor. She just hadn't posted it publicly, because of, you know, the grooming and shit that she was subjected to. But
is it why do you still think that it was fine for her to make it 15 plus? Like, disregarding the fact that she was 17.
Oh no, I don't think so. This is my like,
yeah, just your opinion of it.
This is where I walk the line with shit like this, and this is the same thing that I think you brought up as well, the stuff about falling towers, which I'd be happy to get into.
Oh yeah, I actually want to know about that a little more, because I actually looked into falling towers for a bit, and I had no idea that you knew about it until someone showed me it. And I looked at part of your video. I didn't see the full thing though.
In that video, this is just the kind of way that I approach these sort of things. So, like, if you have a kid who is, like, I don't know, let's say, like, drinking underage, right? Like, let's say, like, a 16-year-old who's, like, drinking, like, alcohol and beer and shit. That's, like, not okay, right? But that's the kind of thing where it's only a danger to the person who's doing it. You know what I mean? So the way that I approach shit like that is, like, yes, like, absolutely, like, you know, a minor shouldn't be, like, creating and sharing NSFW. Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's a problem that should, like, I don't think we should, like, come together and, like, collectively, you know, point our fingers and go, oh, boo, boo, and, like, shame this person for that. That's the kind of thing where someone needs to, like, privately be like, hey, you're endangering yourself. You should probably stop doing this, because, like, that's how you're going to get, like, you're opening yourself up to just some not very good things, you know, adults going through Twitter and seeing, oh, hey, a minor who's drawing porn, next grooming victim, you know. That's just the way that I try and approach shit like that. And I think anybody who comes at it from, like, some, come together, it's all point and laugh at this person type perspective, is, I feel like it's disingenuous, and that kind of shit should just be disregarded. Because, like, yes, like, that shit is not okay. It's not okay. But that's the kind of thing that you need. Like, it's a danger to the person who is doing it. So you need to approach the situation with the person who is doing its interest in mind. If you are not doing that, you are not doing it genuinely. You're doing it, like, to either, like, shame them, or, like, make fun of them, or, you know, publicly just, like, call their character into question or whatnot, and that is not helpful. That is not helpful, and it doesn't fucking, like, you know. Oftentimes I see people throw that shit around just to discredit somebody and what they're saying, and that shit is just unhelpful.
Wait, sorry, my headphones got throw what around, sorry?
People, I've said what I've seen is people just throw around someone drawing NSFW as a minor as like to discredit them or make fun of them, and I think that is unhelpful because
what about when she was drawing them at age 18? What's your opinion of that?
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with an adult drawing like passively in her spare time drawing, NSFW and sharing it on the internet. I don't really have a problem with that. Yeah. And she stopped doing it before we even like her account was like fucking. She would only like just fucking like posts on there by the time we started talking and shit. I had to scroll like real far back to even get the stuff that was like related to her ex-boyfriend. So
what was it, the ex-boyfriend being the groomer or
Milk Dad. Yeah. So yeah, wait. I'm kind of getting lost in my Yeah, and the thing with Falling Towers is Falling Towers was at the time, and that video
was he your friend, or am I mistaken?
I mean, he was like, I guess, lightly my friend. What had happened was he we had talked like passively before that over, I believe, like just like the year before that in like 2022 to for 2023, I believe. And at the end of 2022, what had happened was there was like this huge like bullshit thing that was going on, and you had these guys that were putting together like an actual like full on faking messages type campaign to like slander him, like faking, and I mean like just faking messages of him saying like just horrible, like awful shit, like like that he likes children or this, that, or the other. And I was like, okay, that's awful, like that's just fucking awful, like
before or after the full-length Google Doc one that came out?
Far before.
Right.
Far before, over a year and a half before. That was recent.
Right.
That was recent. I remember seeing that in.
Correct? That one was this year.
Yep, that was in, I believe, mid-March, and my video was made all the way back in October of 2022. That's like a year and 5 months before that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, and I didn't even say like it I was just like a fucking. I just kind of walked the line in that video in between like some of this shit. I was like, okay, maybe stop slandering this guy, but also maybe stop saying like some weird shit. I don't know. People were like calling me in to like be the moral arbiter on the situation, and it was just, I just wanted to do like a piece about it. I'm glad I did. And then what had happened was then months later, I was, my girlfriend was over at my house. I'm chilling and whatnot. I believe we were coming home from a movie, and I get a text notification on my phone, and it's Falling Towers, and he's like fucking messaging me, like trying to like turn the like fucking bat signal on and like call me in and be like, oh dude, Ruben Sim is like attacking me on Twitter, all this shit. He was pretty much like hinting at me, like trying to get me to, like make some whole thing like in his defense or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I just ignored it at the time. But then once my girlfriend was gone and the little break was over, then I went actually and looked back at the stuff that he was talking about, and I was like, okay, wait. I mean, I don't think you're like a predator for this shit, but like some of this is just like a little weird, dude, and you're just kind of making a fool of yourself at this point. So I just told him I wasn't gonna get involved with it, and I just started ignoring him after that. But he kept trying to fucking drag me into it. He kept trying to drag me in over and over. I had to fucking mute him because he was sending me shit about like just constantly. He's like, I know you don't want anything to do with this, but like, oh, you don't do blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And it got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm just gonna post about it. So I posted about it, and I posted about it in a video from May of last year called like, I'm so sick of like Roblox furry drama or some shit. And it was just going over that and how he was like trying to drag me into it, and I just thought it was really fucking stupid, and it was just me like throwing my hands up in the air and saying like, I'm fucking done with this. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not fucking doing this shit.
Yeah.
There was a pinned comment updated on the main video from October 2022 that said like, you know, this video is like outdated because there's like other stuff about falling that I didn't cover. I don't think it necessarily changed the points of the video, which is why I didn't like take it down or anything. But it was just like outdated. I just didn't want people to think that like, you know, there was some shit that I, you know, knew about that I was just like not bringing up or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that one. I'm assuming that's what you mean when you also said that I defended that I've shielded pedos multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what you mean.
The main falling thing, and also with the whole girlfriend shit.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I mean, I hope I've explained why my girlfriend is not a pedophile, but There's other stuff that's also thrown around by you guys in the Mods for Dummies channel that I know if I don't say shit about is just gonna like, you know, come up again. So just want to make sure I actually say some shit about it. So let me actually pull them up because I don't have them downloaded. I'm pretty sure. This was posted by Real Travy Trav. Saying, oh, okay, yeah. Con fishing is a content creator who makes okay, I don't care, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Makes content, but Tyler makes NSFW John. Over the past year, there has been a war claiming that Tyler's been drawing as an adult and showing them to minors. It wasn't until recently that the evidence surfaced. It's now confirmed that Tyler did in fact show NSFW to minors within a group chat on Discord. And that's just not what happened.
Okay, what happened from
it's missing
from
some
your
pretty.
What was the like?
Well, it's not from it's just not from my perspective. This is just like if you just read the fucking messages. So this was in a group chat, and the person there is 16, and the stuff that they cropped and like censored out there. The first one that Travy Trav posted was like a fucking meme that everybody was laughing at of Sans twerking. The second one is she censored the second one that she posted was just like nudity, and she censored it herself. It was censored by her. She didn't send full on fucking nudity in this group chat. And she didn't even, and it wasn't even, she didn't even say some crazy shit. It's actually the minor afterwards who said, "Oh my goodness gracious, drooling so hard right now, holy moly." That's what the minor said, the 16-year-old. So clearly they were not made uncomfortable by this. And the third one here that they post is them saying, "That looks nice." Tyler just says, "For real." And then the minor, the 16-year-old says, engages in a further sexual conversation, says, "If I remember correctly, that pink chick is in some of the NSFW or something, right? Because like one of your YT posts said, 'Hey babes, that pink chick is NSFW of her or something.'" And then Tyler's like, "Yeah, LMFAO." And then they say, "Dang." They're talking pretty openly about it. It's pretty clear that they aren't like, this wasn't like some shit that like made them uncomfortable or something. Again, it was just censored nudity that was posted. There was another one, I believe.
But do you see
I
how that
think
can be a bit of a bad look in front of minors?
So here, this is what I would say.
Yeah.
Irresponsible. Sure, we could just say irresponsible. I don't think that's an instance of. I don't think pedophilia is when you send censored nudity in a group chat that has a 16-year-old in it. I think that's quite a stretch to say that. Especially considering the 16-year-old in question responded in a sexual manner to it. And in some of the other screenshots, the same 16-year-old was like saying stuff like even fucking further, and engaging in far more sexual conversations than anybody else was engaging in.
Alright.
There's another screenshot that I saw floated claiming that Tyler encouraged a 14-year-old to draw porn, which is just, I don't even know why. Like, this is really frustrating to me because it's as if people aren't even like reading these screenshots before they, say whatever. They're just like passing along whatever message they, heard someone say. Because the screenshot is of this supposed 14-year-old. I guess we could just. I mean, I haven't seen any proof of that. People have just said that that's the case. Supposed 14-year-old sending a lewd drawing completely unprovoked. There is no message. Completely unprovoked. They just sent Tyler a lewd drawing just to show it to her. And then Tyler responded saying like, I think it was like some fucking, they said like I'm about to blow, I'm about to bust, like stupid like Dreamy Bowl meme thing.
Dreamy bullshit,
Yeah. And that's been spun into saying Tyler encouraged this 14-year-old to do that. When the 14-year-old, this one I don't think has been posted in the Mods for Dummies server. This is just one that I've seen on Twitter in my replies.
Was this one in my video, or I don't think this one was in it?
No. This is what I'm saying is that that's like if I don't address it, it's gonna like it's gonna like come up or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to here. I'm going into the replies right now. Let me see. Let me see. I have to scroll through the posts of people calling me slurs and shit. Oh, you also have people in my replies citing like that your video as well, saying that like that my girlfriend is a child predator because of the video that you posted. Hold on, I'm just trying to find the I'm trying to find the actual fucking post that was dropped in my replies. Because it said something like, it was like I'm trying to remember just off of my memory.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it was a cropped screenshot of a supposed 14-year-old. The poster said, the person who posted it said that the person was a 14-year-old. They didn't attach any proof that was the case. But like, I guess we'll just take their word for it.
This is, you're still talking about the Dreamy Bull one, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of that, or wherever that is?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it from. I mean, you think I'd be able to find fucking threads of people trying to harass me easier, but show probable. That's wait. Oh, okay. No. Okay, I think I found it. Here we go. Found it.
Yeah.
Here, let me send it. So this is the supposed 14-year-old saying, if nobody has that shit, that means I can send my fan art. They send this completely unprovoked. Nobody asked them to send this, and then Tyler just says, "I'm about to blow."
I'm bad at, yeah, okay, I see it. Finally, I don't know what that is at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to mean either.
Well, so was the original post obviously not censored, I'm guessing?
I would assume so, but again, this supposed 14-year-old posted this completely unprompted. No one asked them to send this, and that's clear from the message they said.
Nobody has that shit on, that means I can send my phone. Alright.
Yeah, like, Tyler did not encourage this person to draw that in any fucking way. Like, whatsoever. And here, then I can send the other ones that they... Well, actually, they're in the Mods for Dummies, so... They're posted by a Real Travy Trav. So... Yeah. So those are the other ones that I saw people and I think you did put some of these in the video, actually, if I'm remembering correctly. Let me see. Let me take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Yeah. You put like some card on the screen that said like reminder that, Gone Fishing is dating like an actual like pedophile or whatever, I believe is what you said. And you put the image of her sending the censored nudity to a group chat that had a 16-year-old in it, the one that I just talked about there.
And you agreed.
You put that one in.
My mic working? Okay. And you agreed with me that was, at the very least, irresponsible in my eyes. It's a bit worse, but...
Sure, yeah, I guess it was irresponsible.
Okay.
I would say it's irresponsible, I guess, at the very least, but I don't think it's... Again, it was censored nudity that the 16-year-old who they're, saying is, like, the victim here, the 16-year-old is the one that's responded in a much more sexual manner.
Mm-hmm.
And inquired about, like, porn and shit.
Yeah.
And said, "Oh my goodness gracious, Arg, drooling so hard right now, holy moly." That's what the 16-year-old said in response to that. I'm not saying that, like, and that's not me saying, like, oh, they asked for it. No, I'm just saying, like, they clearly weren't, like, made uncomfortable by it, is what I'm saying. And also, it was not nudity. That was not nudity. That was censored. Like, the shit that Travie Trev, when he posted it, he censored it as if it wasn't already censored. With pictures of Jeffrey Epstein. Awesome. So, which is like, again, we're talking about like some fringe, like 2-year-old fucking screenshot, just barely not 2-year-old screenshot, of a group chat. I don't think that's like some, instance of pedophilia.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a very honest interpretation right there. I mean, would you agree?
Wait, is my mic okay? For the nudity one. For the nudity one, the purple, whatever the fuck that thing was, like bird thing.
Yeah, it's just really muffled. It's like.
Hello. Is it working now?
Oh yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Okay. Are you talking about the like purple bird thing, the fucking weird thing?
The little like the pink one there. I'm saying that I don't think that's like I don't think it's an honest interpretation to see that in the context it was set in and say that that's like an instance of pedophilia. I don't think any of this shit is. I mean, I was saying, would you agree with that?
Would I agree that it's not pedophilia?
Yeah.
I do believe it was inappropriate in the context I was in, because she did send it in a group chat that had a minor in it. I do think some accountability should be taken for it, and I do believe that it can be fucking predatory, but I think on that we can come to the agreement that at the very least it's irresponsible and she shouldn't have done it.
Sure. I mean, it was 2 years ago. It's a 2-year-old screenshot. Same thing as the other ones from that group chat. They're all 2-year-old screenshots. So I mean, I think doing something irresponsible is a. I mean, can we at least at the very least say this is not pedophilia?
Say it's not pedophilia. In all honesty, I still think it borders on the line of being pedophilia. I still believe so, because it is.
Your mic is it's still really muffled, but I could just
man,
like barely.
I'm sorry, I'm on a fucking budget here with the microphone. It's just ass.
Yeah, no, don't. But what were you saying? What were you saying?
I still believe that it borders on being pedophilia. It's like indirect in a way. It's like because she's exposing it to minors, which we can agree is both not. We can both agree not good. But I wouldn't say it's like the absolute worst like fucking form of it. It would be like sort of indirect pedophilia. It's like the
indirect pedophilia.
Yeah, like being
censored nudity. in a group chat that had a
Showing
16-year-old?
that to a 16-year-old is not okay. She barely censored the nipples in the fucking nether region. So.
And that's you're saying that's indirect pedophilia.
Yeah, I still believe that it's predatory. Shouldn't have happened.
Okay, well you can believe it shouldn't have happened, but that doesn't make it pedophilia.
I still believe it is.
Okay, well, I mean, can you articulate why?
As I said, it's doing a sexual image in front of minors. You can argue that it's censored, but it is inherently a sexual image. It's showing nudity,
Oh wait,
it's showing the person, showing their private areas.
Hold on, I got like 96 pings in my server. I think someone probably tried to raid it or something.
Okay.
I got like a notification or some shit on my phone, but I just assumed it was bullshit.
I do appreciate that you taking the time to explain it to me. I am a bit tired right now. It's 11:30.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, okay, so,
Yeah?
I don't think sending censored nudity in a group chat that had a 16-year-old is evidence that someone likes children.
Mm.
I mean, that's what you're saying when you're saying someone is a pedophile. It's like someone who likes and preys on children.
I do believe
I don't
you
think-
shouldn't have exposed that content to them.
I mean, I guess it was irresponsible. Guess we could say that. But how is that? That's not. How is that like evidence that my girlfriend likes children or is preying on children?
Wait, hold on, can you say that again?
How is that evidence that my girlfriend likes children or is preying on children?
Because she's exposing inappropriate content to them.
How is that her liking children or preying on children?
Because it's exposing inappropriate content to them. It's predatory. Simple as.
And that's evidence that I think you're kind of over exaggerating the nature of the thing as well here, because this wasn't even, we're not even talking about porn here. We're just talking about censored nudity. I mean, 16-year-old who responded in a much more sexual manner. Keep that in mind. And you're saying that Tyler, so you're arguing that Tyler was preying on that 16-year-old. Is that what you're saying? By saying that you still think it's pedophilia?
Yeah, I believe it shouldn't have been shown to him. I believe it was a predatory act.
So Tyler was preying on that 16-year-old?
I would say so, yes.
How?
Because she's exposing inappropriate content to the 16-year-old. I don't know if it's a he or a she.
How is it exposing it to that specific person when it was sent in a group chat with a bunch of other people?
And was everyone in there an adult? Were they all minors?
I'm pretty sure the 16-year-old was the only minor.
Pretty sure or certain?
I'm pretty sure because I know like some of the other names in there, and I know that they are older than me now, so... And I am an adult. So...
Yeah.
I mean... I think... okay, so...
Yeah, what?
16-year-old who responded with, again... Responded saying... Oh, let me just make sure I'm quoting right. 16-year-old who responded with, "Oh my goodness gracious, arg, drooling so hard right now, holy moly. And then went on further to inquire about porn when nobody was saying shit like that.
Mm.
And you're saying that's Tyler's fault.
Let me look at the original screenshot. Could you send it?
Go ahead, here,
I don't
I'll send
have
it to you.
in the tab right now.
It is her just posting the art of something. And again, Trav censored this deceptively to make it look like it wasn't already censored, when it was.
She's so awesome, real mommy.
And then in the second screenshot, which is the thing afterwards, they say, that looks nice, if I remember correctly, and then they inquire about something about porn that nobody was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They started, that's the 16-year-old starting that whole conversation.
If I remember correctly, that pink chick is in some of that NSFW stuff or something, right? Because like one of your YT posters said, hey babes, this pink chick has NSFW of her or something. Is she referring to Tyler's posts?
Yeah, probably.
Why is she showing NSFW stuff if that's a minor in her audience?
What?
Cause like on one of your YT posts it said, hey babes, this pink chick has NSFW of her. Why is that person saying that Tyler mentioned that that person has NSFW?
I suppose so. I mean,
so why would Tyler mention that on her YouTube channel where there could be minors watching?
Really?
What do you mean really?
That's okay. I mean,
Bro, I'm just asking shit. I just want to get...
I don't think, I don't want kids under, I'm telling you this right now, if I could put a limit on, like, I wouldn't age lock my videos to 18. I'd age lock them to, I'll be real, I'd age lock them to fucking, I'd say 14 at the least, and that's only because I was 14 when I created the channel, so I feel like it's fair. Any younger than that, I don't want kids. I don't want, like, fucking, like, little kids watching my shit. Yeah, it'll be, like, at least, like, a fucking teenager to watch my shit. I don't want, like, I don't want some little babies watching it.
Yeah.
But I feel like, her just by virtue of saying that she's drawn NSFW of a character on a community post somewhere, I don't think is, like, inadvertently, like, exposing people to some shit like that. Especially because at the time that she said that, her NSFW account was private.
Private? How?
At the time she said that, her NSFW account was private. It was private starting in July of 2022. Like, officially private.
To be able to access it?
Yeah, you had to prove you're an adult first. Like, you had to DM her and be like, hey, she would she would ask people for, like, their age and shit. Doing all, I mean, and that's like, that's going out of your way at that point to make sure that you're safe locking it. That's an extra level of, I guess being considerate that some people don't even do.
Yeah.
Mainly because Twitter already puts locks on accounts like that. Like, if you click on, like, I don't know, like, if you click on, like, an NSFW account or something, it will disclaim to you that, or even if it's, like, an account that, like, posts, like, fight videos or gore or shit, it will tell you when you click on that account, hey, this has, like, X, Y, or Z on it. Don't, like, go here, please, unless you, like, can handle that shit, unless you're, like, an adult. So, so going out of your way to actually lock your NSFW account and screen people, like, one by one to get access to it, that's going out of your way. That's going out of your way to make sure, like, to put that extra level of, like, precaution there.
Yeah.
And
Also,
again, let me remind you again. We're talking about shit that 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Her account has not been active since, like, pretty much the end of 2022. I'm pretty sure she probably posted, like, 3 times on there, until it was, like, deactivated around this time last year. and she like just like removed all the, I believe, yeah, she like removed all the followers and everything from it, and just yeah. So, I mean, yeah, like.
What other shit do you wanna talk about? Like, do you wanna talk about the data, for example, or anything else?
I guess yeah. I guess we could go through a couple of those because I put notes. I jotted notes down for all these, but I mean I hope I've at least sufficiently evidenced that my girlfriend is not a child predator or whatever the fuck you guys were saying. I mean, would you agree?
I mean, I'll have to like look back at it and like really pay attention to it because again, it's late right now and I had a long day, so I'm listening to what you're saying, but some of it I'm just like dozing off, and I am trying to pay attention. I promise you, but I'm fucking
okay.
exhausted.
Well, so I mean, okay.
That's why I wanted to do
I'm
this.
like I'm saying like I said earlier. I just want to like, Ruben and I already, you know, we
you made
putting this in the trash can of history.
Yeah.
You know, and
I
don't want
to.
I don't.
With us, between us.
Yeah, I don't want to have to, like, I am doing this instead of like going through and making some like, you know, huge post about it. I don't want to have to do that shit because that means I have to go through and, you know, talk about how no, my girlfriend did not groom me. I fucking consented to this and shit like that. So
came into BC to talk about it, like.
Yeah, I don't want to like. So I would appreciate if you took the video down because then people are gonna keep if you don't, people are gonna keep fucking saying that shit, and then that's gonna arise to something where I am gonna have to say something about it. You know?
Okay. I will like go and think about it. I'll DM you back when I've decided on what to do, because my plan anyways is like after this video, the type of shit I was gonna make was like stuff where I uncovered predators and shit like this. I didn't really want this to be like
that sounds great. I mean, I love doing that shit. I do that shit.
Yeah, that's
it appeared to me in the video that you also weren't super familiar with like the stuff that I or the stuff that I had done.
Who you were before the whole drama.
Yeah, that's completely fair. I just, you know, like some of the you added like some note saying that like that, you know. I guess it kind of, I don't know. Clearly you weren't familiar with like the kind of stuff that I've done. But I've for fucking years done shit. Some of the shit that Ruben is even using now were things that I found like years ahead of him. Like this whole like the groups, the people that use like groups to like send like child porn and shit. I found that 2 years ago. Wait, sorry. What? There are groups. There are groups that they use a collection of like mostly content deleted groups because for some reason Roblox decided that this was a good idea. You can still chat on the group wall of content deleted groups. As long as the group isn't locked, like, you know, sometimes if you click on a group page from a link and it says this group is locked, that's good. That's a good feature that can happen. Yeah. But sometimes that doesn't happen, and what ends up happening is like you have a like a random content deleted group, and then it'll be a place that, you know, I guess I don't know. Let's say like this example didn't actually happen, but it's like similar to what has actually happened. Like, let's say you had like an old group, like a PewDiePie fan club group from like 2015, right? That had like a bunch of kids. I mean, I even know I joined that account back when I was like in one of my earlier accounts back in the day. But that group, I believe actually that group got content deleted.
The group that you were investigating?
Well, no. So the PewDiePie group specifically got content deleted. So, but then what happens is because the group's already been content deleted, the owner who owned it is banned. They can't do anything more. You know, the description has been removed, the icon has been removed. So then what happens is that there's still a bunch of children in there, right? They're all still in this group. So then what happens is that predators come in there and they start posting on the group wall, and they would post shit like, I'm trading like videos, this, that, or the other. I'm looking for like CP, this, that, or the other, and just like giving each other like requests and shit to like solicit this information and solicit like videos and pictures and shit. And they do it all on content deleted groups, or very obscure groups from like years ago.
With our NFT shit as well. We get a lot of tickets of like people who use content deleted groups and shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
that was something that I think I touched on in a video like about 2 years ago, which I'm glad people are catching up for, catching up and seeing like more of, because that shit is fucking nasty, awful, horrible stuff. But I've done all a manner of different types of shit and it just regarding like child predators and stuff, and it's I don't know, it's engaging for me. I like it. I get to do like my own like journalistic like work and shit and do all my own investigation, and that's like fun and cool.
Yeah,
and,
that's like the type of shit I'm trying to do with my channel after this.
Yeah, that's
what I wanted to make like shit where I look at predators and shit that I've like investigated and whatnot.
Yeah.
The type of content interests me, because I started with the whole MFD shit, and that's made me want to do these types of stuff. I think honestly, you've made me see that a lot of this drama was a little forced. Like I think I agree with you. We should just throw it in the trash can. It's a bit stupid.
Yeah, that's what I've just been trying to do. Like I'm not gonna be posting about shit about this anymore.
Because like at the end of the day, I think, and you probably agree with me on this, I think all of us share the same goal, which would be like getting predators off.
Oh, absolutely, yes, yeah, absolutely.
So I think that thank you for accepting to VC with me. I think that we should just throw this in the trash, because I think at the end of the day it's a bit pointless. I don't want to have to deal with drama shit every single day. I mean, I don't even know how to turn off my like YouTube comments, like when they get sent in my email. It just spams my email. I've never.
Yeah, so there's like features like that of YouTube that that I would get hit with when I was like a small chin. I think there's probably a way to turn that shit off, but
you
like
still haven't turned it off either.
No, well, so the thing is that they automatically turn it off when your channel grows. Like once you start getting more and more comments, or you have like a bigger channel, it will turn it off eventually. But no, I used to get like notifications for like all types of shit, like every fucking like little like tick or whatever. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, no, it'd just be great if we could just go like just get away from this. I mean, you could pass that along to the other guys in there. I don't have anything like against any of them.
I think the best way to go about this is I'll tell the other guys that were like done talking. You just I think also just as like a precautionary measure as well, tell like some of your fans in the server to rile down as well.
Oh sure, yeah, no, that's it. Like if we actually do, like I'll make an announcement about it. I'll tell everybody to stand down and shit. So yeah, that'll be it's yeah. I might be able to, but I'd want to put more thought into it. So it'd probably be like sometime tomorrow. I'd announce that, because I want to like announce shit when it's like a actual like good time during the day and whatnot. And I try and generally like condense shit down to something that's like easily, like a lot of my announcements I do are in like video or text format.
Let's agree on like a time like tomorrow to tell each other what our decision is, because I'm too tired to like think about this right now. But I do agree that we should just end this beef, because as I've already said, we basically have the same goal in mind, even though we have like disagreements about it. I think the most mature thing is to just go past this shit, because both adults. I think it's even silly. I honestly, I saw the video you made, and the data thing is what annoyed me the most. So I went and made the whole 6-minute thing where I went.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Because I deal with data, so
That's fair.
It's,
Admittedly, that's not my strong suit as much as argument, like logic, like deductive reasoning and shit like that. That was one of the things that pissed me off because like in responding to that shit. But people have different interests in different things. People don't always like.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I get you.
Yeah.
It's not your strong suit, but yeah. And also for the merch thing, were you aware of the fact that it wasn't like stolen, the art shit?
No, I wasn't. Wasn't. No, yeah, no. So I was.
To that point a bit more, yeah.
Well, no. So I updated that in the.
Yeah, I saw the comment you highlighted.
Like one of the most liked comments. I boosted it to make sure that like everybody. And I also told the person in private who said that. They DM'd me and I said I was like, okay, I'll do my best. Like if I see anybody saying that shit, I'll make sure to stamp it out. I haven't seen anybody say that shit thus far. Mainly because it was like a pretty menial like flipping point of the video.
Yeah.
In like a whole like 1 hour like piece about it, but still, regardless, like I went out of my way. I made sure that to like correct it and whatnot, because because I don't want people throwing out bullshit.
Some shit I saw earlier, because I was talking to one of those like anti-furry guys, the ones that you had like response to. What was all that like drama about?
Oh yes, so pretty much like I made just like a. I didn't see, the thing about that is that I didn't go like for any of the people in that fucking community. I didn't like start shit with anyone there. It was back in February. I made like a piece about like a video about how anti being anti-furry seems to have some pretty strong connections to like Nazism, like pretty overtly, in a lot of the stuff that they throw around is like.
I'm not familiar with the anti-furry.
Oh yeah, so like a lot of the shit that they would throw around would be like they would appropriate Nazi propaganda and then remake it so that it would be anti-furry propaganda. Their flag, for example, is actually the remake of a neo-Nazi group's flag.
Wait, let me find that flag. Anti-furry.
Yeah, just look. It's the one that
the original. Sorry.
The original is here. I gotta pull up my big old anti-furry.
This one, correct?
Here, let me see. Yep. Yeah, right. That flag, the one with the black with the red band and the thing in the middle, is based off of. Here, let me find my. Where is it? Found it. Here it is. Response. Yeah, that was based off of this flag, which is a flag for a Russian neo-Nazi group.
Ah, okay. And what was I've never understood that symbol. I know
that is that's if you see that, so that's a Nazi symbol. It's called the Black Sun.
Yeah, I've just seen like those like weird edits, like some
the weird yes, exactly, yeah the Hyperborean ones. They use that in all of them. Yeah. That, so it's if you see that one specifically, it's made up of a bunch of it's a wheel, and it's made up of a bunch of like these little zigs, which are supposed to be like these little like right? Yeah, it's supposed to be like the lightning bolt, the lightning bolt that the SS is, and also it's supposed to be the same thing with the swastika. The way that the swastika was made, obviously, the original version of the swastika was I believe a Hindu symbol that actually meant like peace and prosperity or something. Yeah, but when the Nazis took power. Yeah, they turned it on 30-degree angle, and then they reappropriated it. And the reason, the reason that it was done like that is because it's supposed to be like quote unquote like forward motion or like progress that direction. So that's also why the thing is like it has some weird like zigs in that way. It's because it's like, I don't know, it's like a wheel rolling in the forward progress of whatever, I believe. And here other anti-furry stuff, but like, let me see if I can find the like shit that they reappropriate. Oh, and then here's the actual like that actual neo-Nazi flag being used by Russian neo-Nazis in a rally demonstration in Moscow.
Oh, all right. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot to ask you this question about the screenshots that I had
Yeah.
from a while back. There was some ones about your girl talking about Jews. It was a bit weird.
Oh my
It needed
god,
to
those are
be.
so out of context. Those are
Yeah,
so out of context. That pisses me off.
they look really bad on their own. This
So
is something I really wanted to ask
that
you.
is
I just
her
remembered.
making fun of someone else who I had it's my second most recent video.
Yeah.
This person who I was friends with for like 2 fucking years, and we found out just a few months ago that they are like saying like actual fucking like horrible like Nazi shit in private, and they were
Ooh.
talking about how they want to like rape Jews and like kill all Jews and like all
Ooh.
this like horrible shit. They were saying
Yeah.
all that in private, and we found that out. And what she's joking about that. She's saying like go back to like raping Jews, and the person that they're saying there's sorry Lux that you can't rape Jewish boys in peace. She is making fun of
Ah.
them. She's
So
making fun of them
it was like
because
a mockery.
yeah, it was her mocking them. If you
I would say
trace back
you
the
should
context of
get
that.
rid of those because they do
Oh yeah,
really
oh for
bad.
sure, yeah.
They look really bad. There's,
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
there is a thing I do want to bring up with you about your server. You do need to be a little more vigilant with some of the stuff that's posted there. Like, for example, I
Yeah,
looked up some
so
of the results. There's a few.
we've
issues
been
I have with
over
it.
the past like month, not even probably like a month and a half maybe.
Yeah.
The server is like grown fucking exponentially. It went from like the past like 2 videos
Yeah.
that I posted, each video gained the server like another 1,000 members.
Okay.
And we gotta get like more moderators and shit. So
Yeah, I
that's
recommend that because like
Yeah.
I've got a few like things because there's a lot of mention of a few things you should probably look at. Like
Yeah,
these
no, I mean, no. I mean, this is very much
yeah,
likely.
and I was like, I looked at another server for comparison, like the Blockstrap one, or
Mhm.
the Pinewood one. I don't know if you've heard of Pinewood, but in comparison, their
familiar.
Discord is like 2,000 members larger, and they're a really old community, and
Mm.
they've only got like 12 mentions or some ridiculously small number of
Yeah,
like,
see
points,
that.
for
See, that's just
example.
because we gotta put those we put like certain words in the auto mod and shit. I'm actually surprised. That's interesting.
Yeah, you
That
should
all those
definitely-
ones of rape. I'm actually gonna do a search of those right now. Those must be before we put it in auto mod because I know that actually is a
Yeah.
word in auto mod.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look right now.
I'd say set up a auto mod for that because
Yeah, I'm
Or
looking at
if
it.
you
It looks
haven't
like
already.
most of these are from because I just looked up rape in the server and
Yeah.
some of the first messages. That's weird. There's a few of them that didn't get picked up by the auto
you
mod.
should also find the guy who mentioned Daisy's destruction. I don't want to tell you what it is because it was horrible when I found out, and I don't think you want to know.
Yeah, I have
You should
no
delete that
idea
message.
what that is.
I'd even ban the guy to be honest. It's fucking gross.
Yeah, I'll
See,
almost certainly
he
look into
explained
that.
it in the screenshot. It's a CP snuff film, but I don't want to explain it further. It's fucking horrible. That should not be mentioned.
And what were they saying? Like, what were they
He
saying?
said, I bet the MFD mods have Daisy's destruction saved on their computers. And I was like, what is that? I looked it up, and it was disgusting what I found out. And I don't
Yeah,
even want to quote
yeah.
it. It's fucking, like, the sentence of what it is ingrained in my head, and it actually, like, makes me so uncomfortable to even think about it.
I mean, that's one of the things that I like doing stuff with like well, it's kind of related, but doing stuff with like predator related stuff. Man, oh god, I saw so much shit so quick. Like once you, man, fucking earlier this like 4 months ago, I did a video. Someone just like PM me, sent me a private message. They're like, hey, this is a neo-Nazi Hitler pedophile club.
Yeah.
They talk about how they want to like have sex with children and also that they love Hitler. And I was like, okay, well that just sounds like something I should look into. And oh my god, it went from 0 to 100 so quick. I got a video of the owner shaking his bare ass on camera.
Wait, did you just fucking...
in call with
Is
me.
my mic working?
Yeah.
Alright,
I can, yeah.
That he was shaking his ass in
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, no. Some shit, like sometimes and before that, believe me, I was like, okay, I've seen it all.
Yeah.
No, I definitely have not.
Yeah.
But no, man, some of the stuff that even that raid group on Soy Jack Party who had seen,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that they're like because they definitely saw the page that Ruben's fans were saying on Soy Jack
I
Party.
don't know if I should take my video down because Soy Jack Party saw it and so did Kiwifarms, and I don't want to annoy them. So I'm now having to decide if I should take it down or not. I don't know my options.
I mean, if you take it down, I don't think because they already got their video up.
Yeah,
It's got,
they've archived
you know.
it, I saw, but
Yeah.
I will put out a statement, I think, saying that I've squashed the beef with you, and that the original intention for my channel, anyways, was to find predators and make videos about them. But
Yeah, that's
like,
fair.
I don't wanna do like drama shit 24/7. I do want to make like actual commentary on shit like that, because
Yeah, just take the thing down and just do some shit like that. Yeah.
it's something I'm pretty like passionate about dealing with, so I appreciate that. Like that again, Ruben's the one that got me started with wanting to do this sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't remember. I can't remember how I got into it. I think I don't know, because I wasn't it was not. I don't think it was the Rubin sim.
Yeah.
I think I just got like interested in it as like a topic because I like it just as a you know, I don't know, argumentative bullshit and whatnot.
Wow.
It's just kind of a
Debate,
spin off
bro.
of there. So
Debate, bro.
not necessarily, but I don't know. I like more so like I like talking about things and I like criticizing and like, you know, shit like that.
Oh yeah.
So
like, it's sort of like the iDubbbz like way of thinking. Like you just
in a way, yeah. I noticed multiple things in the video you made that I was like, oh, this person is so that, like I can recognize someone who was like a big like content cop fan.
You know, I watch that show all the time. I fucking
love it.
Yeah.
You know,
but
believe me, I did too. I did too. When I was younger, yeah, I did. Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Yeah. When I was like, yeah. No, I watched it. I think I found his channel by the time I was like 11. Yeah. And I watched like all the like fucking content cop videos like back to back multiple times. I watched a little Filthy Frank. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we're that different after all. You know what? I think this was a good talk.
Yeah.
You got me to understand a few things. I think we shared a good few opinions. You know.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Well, there was something else I wanted to mention. Thinking about. Oh yeah. What was the? I remember I was scrolling through your vids. There was one video about give it 15 minutes. Hold on.
But you said 15 minutes.
I said 30 minutes, and now there's 15 minutes.
Wait, did your mic just cut off?
والله العظيم. والله العظيم. I really need to change it.
Yeah, I'll yeah, okay.
So basically, it's yeah. Just خليني. Okay. Hello?
Yep. Okay, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I scrolled through it and I noticed there was this video about this guy who got you doxxed or something. Is that the first time you got like doxxed and your name?
Oh wait, wait. Your mic is kind of.
Is that okay?
Now I can hear you clearly. Yeah, now I can hear you.
I can't remember the video that it was specifically,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a video that you talked about. I think it was a former friend or something who got you doxxed, or what was all that about?
Oh, Dilly Boyo. So
yeah, that guy, Dilly Boyo.
So what had happened there was so this dude. So I made videos on criminality, back in the day, multiple years ago at this point. And someone that I met in that community, I met a lot of like of the fellow content creators. I was in the content creator program in there, back in like 2021, and one of the guys that I met in there was Dilly Boyo, and you know we're making videos on similar topics, and we just like kind of became friends. And what had happened was in the period of time that I stopped making videos on criminality in like 2022, late 2022, Dilly was like gained like a pretty bad reputation in the community. Like a lot of people just like didn't like him.
What was the reason
And
for
I wasn't as informed on it. And all I saw, because I was just friends with him and I didn't like look into the drama and shit, all I saw was his posts on his account where he's like clearly like depressed and suicidal and like saying that he doesn't have friends and shit like that. And I felt bad for the guy. And I remember posting in a like group chat with all my friends. I was like, man, you know, like I feel bad for this dude. Like I feel like we should like let him in here and like, you know, get him, like let him be part of like a friend group. I feel bad for the guy. And we ended up doing that, and he kept like trying to push me into making this idea. He kept pushing me into doing this thing. He was like, "Oh well, you should make like a video where, you know, you like defend me and like this, that, or the other." And I felt bad for him at a certain point, and I did.
Yeah.
And I have like I believe I still have the full. Let me see. Let me check I save every I save so much shit. But of the shit I save, I have clips of. Yep, I do have it. He briefed me on everything in like a VC call, and he just fucking like lied to me. He just like lied to me about the nature of like most of it. Yeah, he just straight up lied, but I was like, you know what, my friend would not lie to me. Sounds good. And I went through with it, and I made a video, and then like loads of people were like dunking on me and shit. And saying like this, that, or the other, and then what had happened was
never fucking take word of mouth like that. That's horrible.
No, absolutely, yeah. And then what had happened was, then this Roblox Nazi group, who earlier in the year, about 5 months before that, no, 7 months before that,
where did all
I had gotten their
those groups originate from? Because you've got beef with a KKK group, you've got beef with a Nazi group.
Yeah, so the origin point of these is that I about 2 years ago made a string of videos that got all of their groups taken down. And specifically this Nazi group, they held a vendetta against me ever since then, and they tried doxing me in June of that year, and they failed. They couldn't do it.
Was this the one with the phone call, or was that the other one? The one with
No, that was the KKK guys. That was a year later. That was when I was already doxed, but again, like these guys, they tried to dox me, they couldn't get information on me. Yeah. They couldn't. But then what had happened with the Dilly stuff is because everybody was like taking turns, like, you know, beating me over the head and shit, they like snuck in with the crowd and was like, fucking God, fishing sucks. Anyways, here's his dox information.
Yeah, it was like a bad
yeah. And what they did specifically is they used old photos of. They used like in a video that I uploaded like 3 months prior. I showed a picture of me from the first grade. They reverse image searched that, and found. See, but the thing is though, they wouldn't have found anything had my father not posted them on his Facebook page and his Twitter page numerous times. We told him to take it down years ago. He did not. They reverse image searched it. They found that at that point he had his full name there, and you could like link it back to white pages and all that shit. So all they needed to do is then go on white pages, look full name, and then go addresses. They found. My mom and my parents are divorced. Obviously, they found my mom address and where we live and shit. And all they needed to do was just get him to confirm it. So they texted him. They found his phone number.
I have doxed people in the past, but it's always been like pedophiles and shit like that.
Yeah, same. Absolutely.
I don't think you were. Me personally, like. My opinion, I don't think you were deserving of it. I don't think you did anything to warrant a dox. Like,
no, I agree. I agree, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that was childish as well. I think
what they did is that they then contacted my dad and said like some bullshit. They were like, "Oh, your son Tristan,
Yeah, and
he's
this is,
he's
I'm
gonna
guessing this
he's
is
gonna
the,
kill himself.
yeah,
Like you
this
have
is
to
the
you
clip
have
where he
to.
tried talking to you and you told him
Yep,
to.
that was him trying to break into our house.
Yeah, careful. I
Yeah.
wouldn't post clips of those in the future, because again,
So the reason I
don't
posted that at
look
that point is
good.
because they already had my shit up. I wasn't like I wasn't losing anything from that. And
But yeah,
and yeah.
uh,
And also, just for the record, the only thing that I'd say in regards to people saying shit about that,
yeah.
the notes that you put in about respecting your father's shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. I don't want to
My
pry.
father abused me for
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
yeah.
I
My
don't mean
father
to
verbally
pry,
abused me
but
for a decade. So yeah,
when you
which
say,
is not your fault for not knowing. It's
yeah,
just
when
you
you
know.
when I'm not gonna share any of this, by the way. Like I respect
Course,
your
yeah.
privacy. Well, when you say that it was like physical, like he beat you, shit like that.
No, verbal abuse.
Verbal.
He was an alcoholic and
I'm
he
sorry.
berated us verbally and emotionally, like
Yeah,
manipulated
because
and
with me,
abused us.
I come from like a Arab household, you know, so
Mhm.
we like respect our parents a lot. So every
Of
time I see
course.
shit,
Yeah,
where
no,
like,
that makes
where,
sense. That's why I
yeah,
wouldn't like. That's
it
why I
was
wouldn't
so
like
it
flip
was
out at
so
somebody
out of
for
this
saying shit
world
like
to
that.
me. So I
Yeah.
was just like respect your father, kids.
No,
Uh,
that makes sense.
yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. It's it's not like it's not you can't know.
Yeah,
Same
and
same
like
thing. I can't know when Ruben's gonna get in a car accident and shit. Before I post
yeah,
it, you're not gonna know
but
like everything about me.
yeah,
Before you
I
say
was
something like
like,
that.
because again, and also I've got like a good relation with my dad, both my parents, you know.
Of course, no,
I,
that's good. Yeah, that's good.
I have to
I
take
wish
care of
other
them
people
and
the
shit, you
same.
know. Yeah, but you know, I now that I know this, I feel very bad for including that clip. Fuck, I'm not
Yeah,
laughing because it's funny. It's a nervous
no, I
laugh,
understand. No,
but
I understand what you mean.
yeah,
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
yeah,
And also the other clip of the thing of my mom saying the N-word. The other thing about that is that the guy that you said in the edit
yeah. He
there
said
that
it
was the
first.
victim of that.
I know.
Not
Yeah.
only that, but he's actually a member of the Roblox KKK.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Yeah. And also he was swatting us.
He swatted
Like,
you?
He was
Oh
swatting
my
us, and in
God.
that clip, he said the whole reason that phone call took place. It starts by him
Oh,
saying,
shit.
"Hey, you have cops
Yeah.
coming to your house right now. Your son's a little fucking," and then he says that I'm,
Yeah,
the N word.
yeah, okay.
And
Now, are you
then
okay
and
after
then
that?
we were standing like at the door
Yeah.
when that happened because the police had already said that they were coming, and then my mom got
Did
this
you
call
watch
from them.
Did you watch the? I know you may not really like Ruben, but did you watch his videos about his video about swatters? He gave some good advice in case it happens. In the
Yeah,
future.
I actually contributed to that video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My so you are on
yeah.
a database. They don't like if someone does a call on you, you're good,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, there's a no SWAT order that has been placed on my house like multiple times.
That's good.
See the thing is though is that those I believe just from my experience because I've been SWATed 5 times now.
Yeah.
The thing with those is that like they I believe are only active for an amount of time. So because I've gone like a certain amount of months without being swatted, but then it just happens again eventually. I think just the no SWAT order like expires or something. I don't know.
Okay. So, and how does that work? Do you just like renew after a while, or like?
Well, no. So then I guess I think they just renew it, like because it's not something that we can like ask to be placed. It's something that the police go out of their way to.
Yeah, when they notice that it's happening to you a lot. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've always never been I've always fucking hated swatting. Like I told you, I've
it's
gone out of my way to dox pedos, but I've always been against swatting because it's just fucking horrible. It's you can get people genuinely hurt. It's not good.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I noticed. I'm not gonna pry again. I noticed your girlfriend Tyler. She left the Discord. Are you guys like good or?
Oh yeah, she just didn't want to get She just didn't want to like. It was just making her nervous, like having to like check all this shit in there, and she just didn't want to.
Yeah, I feel like the most like appropriate thing for it was just like stay away from the internet for a while. I think. Like
that's what I told her as well.
Yeah, because. Again, a lot of this shit can get nasty. You know, it's not like something you can control. It's horrible.
Oh yeah, most definitely, yeah.
So
yeah,
that's also why I try to avoid it. Like again, every day I try to go gym, I go boxing, I talk to my friends,
Yeah.
I hang out with them. That, like, I'd say appreciate more of the like actual like fucking actual world and shit. Like, I don't know how if you live near each other now or if she's like with you and stuff. But
So yeah, so we so she, both. I mean, I'm 18.
yeah,
I live with my mom. She lives with her parents as well.
yeah.
But she's in
I'm
Germany,
not
and
mocking you for it. I live with them as well. My university.
oh,
is
of
not
course,
far
yeah. I mean,
away.
we were
Don't worry
18, you
about
know,
it.
like
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think anybody's moving out in 18. At 18, this isn't like the 40s.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not.
But yeah, no. So we actually we see each other like every few months. I use like the money that I make off of YouTube to
Yeah.
like fly her out here and fund like all the expenses and like trips and everything.
Yeah.
And we saw each other for a period of like 2 weeks, just before like this shit with like Ruben's fans on the Shardy started happening.
I think for the whole shit that happened with his fans, I do know that you think he did contribute to it, but I've talked to the guy and he did say to me he's tried like siding with you and stopping Kiwi Farms making a thread on you and your girlfriend. I don't know the full story, but I don't think he wanted any of this to happen to you. I'm pretty sure he didn't.
Oh, no, I would agree. I don't think he did. The thing that I said in
Yeah.
the video is that like I think like I was pretty clear with the stuff I said in the video. I said like that no, like Ruben didn't like literally like tell these people to go do this, but like he wasn't really
the
helping.
data point and the thing at the end where you were like he thinks everyone at Roblox HQ is a Jewish pedophile. That bit made me laugh. That one was a bit outlandish. I think
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So those were my and I'm gonna tell you the first time I watched it. I watched it when I was like actually like fucking insomniac. I was not able to sleep, so I was like, I'm just gonna watch this guy's 1 hour video. And I made like a list of what I had of problems I had with it, and then I went and researched it, and that's what made me make that video.
Yeah. It's all good. It happens.
I think talking to you was good because again, I don't hate you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No. I'm glad. No, I'm glad I
Yeah.
did this instead of like going through with like fucking guns ablazing.
Yeah,
you know.
the only reason I left like like the mean shit, like the fucking I should wash my hair shit, is because like the fucking.
Oh yeah, I don't take offense.
took
I've seen
caption
enough of that shit. I'm
content
just
off,
like
and
like whatever,
Yeah, I didn't mean for that to be like really mean. That was just like the
That's
lighthearted
fine.
shit,
It's fine. The leafy one I thought was funny. That was like the leafy one I thought was funny.
You know what's funny? Later that day, I found a picture that someone actually edited you onto the fucking leafy spray. I saw
Yeah, that was
later.
drawn by my girlfriend. Yeah.
That was your girlfriend?
Yeah, my girlfriend drew that. I think unless we're talking about a different one, but I posted. Wait here, let me see if it's the same one. This. Wait, oh yeah, there.
Yeah, it was that one. Very
Yeah,
cool
yeah,
one.
my
I
girlfriend drew
found
that
it pretty funny. I was like, should I put this in the video? I don't know who the original artist is though, but I guess now I do.
Yeah, no, she draws all my like everything that I put like on like everything everywhere is drawn by her.
But
Yeah.
What? Well, honestly, I think I'm gonna not make that part 2 because I think you've explained a lot of things pretty well. And I also think I don't want to take the stupid drama further, And I also because if you have to defend yourself with some of the private shit you've said to me, and I really respect you for having the trust in me. I promise you I won't tell a soul. Like wallah alim I won't, But I really respect that you gave that trust to me, so I don't want to take it further. So I'm probably going to take the video down because I don't want you to have to release this.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. Yeah.
I don't want you to have to release this private shit about you and your girlfriend. I just feel it's fucking toxic and gross.
No, thank you.
I don't
Yeah,
feel
no,
comfortable with
I
myself.
would appreciate it.
Because
Yeah.
I'm not like
appreciate
that.
a lot.
I don't want to force you to do that because I find that fucking gross. It makes me
Mhm.
uncomfortable for that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, no problem. So that is my first ever video to hit 1,000 views, though. Yeah, I've never had this much traction on a video.
You know
I
what?
was so surprised.
I'll tell you. You want to know what my first video to get 1,000 views was? My first video to get
What's it?
1,000 views was a piece of shit, like clickbait.
Clickbait?
How to make bypassed audios on Roblox.
Oh my god.
It was a complete joke, and it's gone now. And I don't think it's even archived anywhere.
My most viewed video before this had like 50 views. It was like some fucking fidget spinner video. 50 views. Small beginning, but
the Predator shit sounds like
that's my idea. I wanna go forward with that because I've gotten an alt account into several like condo groups, and I've noticed a lot of predatory shit in them. Like there's this current group that I'm investigating, and I've got a video planned on them. I've been writing a whole script. This was what I was gonna initially do first, actually, before I dropped the fucking edit, but that was actually the first edit I've ever done. I've never edited in my life. I think that's it's gonna help me. But it was actually a video on this condo community that's made these condo games where it's like, have you heard of the game Combat Warriors?
Yes.
Yes, it's like that, except when you kill your opponent, they don't die, you get to rape them. It's fucking gross. I am not joking. We've got so many reports on it on MFD that I made a script for it. Yeah, I'm serious. And do you know how they bypass it?
How?
They bypass it by making people AFK on the game until they reach a certain number of visits. Because when it hits over 100,000 visits, what happens is the Roblox moderation bot, it doesn't fucking check the game anymore because it thinks it's a trustworthy game. They don't take action. Yeah, I know. It's such a basic fucking bypass. What they do is they get all the people in the community to join one of the games. They will stay on it, and they will run a script that makes them all join, rejoin until it hits 100,000, and it's fucking crazy. It's actually crazy because it doesn't get detected. They can upload.
That's so easy to abuse as well. That's so easy to fucking abuse. That's like gotta be one of the easiest scripts to write ever.
Yeah, they upload it. And then it becomes fucking private servers, and then they leave it up for like a good 8 hours. That I've started timing it on the alt. They will start it at like they will start it up, and then it will stay up for anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, and then they'll purposefully take down the private server if it's getting too much traffic, and then they'll open another one on a different game. And the thing that pisses me off the most. The uploading account is the main account of the person who made it, and they are still making money off this. Real money, not Robux. They get paid real money for the game. My god.
Yeah.
A fucking rape game on Roblox. Yeah. I'm against like any sexual shit on Roblox as it is.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, 100%.
Fucking rape on the game? Fucking pisses me off.
Yeah.
You got some interesting school shooter community. I didn't even.
Oh, that was a fun one.
Before.
That's a fun one. Yeah, I found those 2 years ago. These guys make they make like, man, there's shit for everything on the fucking platform. I just kind of just learned this, but
yeah, we get a
lot. There are communities that remake like. They recreate mass shootings that happen in the real world, and they make Roblox
as well. I've had to take a bunch of them down. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I'll give you examples of some of them. One recreating Columbine, one recreating the mosque shooting in Australia. That one particularly irks me because I'm Muslim. We got one where you go on an island and shoot furries. Like, again, I don't like furries, but I think that's too far. That's out of line.
Oh, yeah.
You know, whatever your opinion is, that's out of line. So many. I don't know how they get put up. They stay up for, like, sometimes fucking days. And then we have to go and report them. I use the DSA reporting method. It's been pretty effective.
Yeah.
But that's like one of the things we deal with. It's insane how much people get away with on Roblox. They really don't care about moderation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What prompted you to make the? I remember the Ruben Sim like video you made a year ago. I had a brief look at it. It was about how.
So what had
NFT
happened there is
accounts
that
looted.
they had put they put like some shit about someone falsely reported my girlfriend for some shit. They said that she was advertising porn on Roblox, and it was because she had 18 plus in her bio, which I actually do have the concrete proof that it was like for her age. I have an old screenshot that I can dredge up that was before she turned 19.
Yeah.
And you can see it just says 18 instead of 18 plus. And
it
it was a misunderstanding, but it was also like an understandable misunderstanding. Like, it's easy to see how people would like come to that conclusion.
Because I wasn't in MFG at the time. Did it get terminated for that?
No. But like if we hadn't like stepped in, it probably would have.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah, because they published it in the logs of like people that to be
should
like
be
reported
very
and shit.
Careful with what you put in the description, because if I showed you some of the
she changed it. She changed it promptly after that.
Yeah, that's good. Because a lot of them changed the description to match shit like that. So like, if you look at descriptions of actual ERP accounts, they'll have shit like 18 plus in there. So that's one of the things that we flag when we look at tickets, for example. In the description, we'll find shit like 18 plus, femboy, whatever, looking for a dom / futa, that shit.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what fucking sucks? I didn't know what half this stuff meant because I come from a fucking Muslim household. But
no, bro, same. Yeah, no, same. I had to I hit the ground running with some of this shit. Like, I was like going to Urban Dictionary like every single fucking day, like looking up like what the fuck.
Yeah, I used Urban Dictionary.
Some of this shit means.
Well. Some of this was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know what like the Ace of Spades symbol meant. I didn't know what any of this.
Oh god, I didn't know what that was either. Yeah, no, I didn't know what that was. Yeah.
You don't realize how much like degenerate shit is on the fucking platform until you have to like do tickets about it every single day.
Sure, yeah. No, absolutely, yeah.
I've been trying to keep pretty active with it because I think I there's something like I don't know. There's something in me that makes me fucking furious when I see shit like that. It makes me really angry because it's not my experience, but people I know, they've been affected by shit like that. That's basically what got me started in the first place because I don't have a more like bright burning hatred like compared to that of which I have towards pedophiles and rapists and people like that. Of course,
yeah.
People. And that's what I've come to see from this like talk with you. I think we both have the same goal more or less. So
absolutely,
I think doing this drama is like just unnecessary. So
absolutely, no. I'm just
because at the end we're just trying to achieve the same shit more or less. So
absolutely.
I think I will leave like a community post saying that I squashed the beef with you, and I will like private the video, and I'll say that I will be working on releasing a video where I delve into that community. The only problem is, again, I don't have a good mic, as you've heard, for like half the fucking talk with me. So I think I'm gonna invest in one. I don't know any.
Yeah.
Good
I think my first mic, I think it was like probably like $100. I got it when I was like. Yeah. Yeah. But that was like a pretty like quality one. It lasted me. I know you could find like pretty like good ones for like under that price.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna probably look at like shit that's on sale on Amazon or whatever. But out of like now I think we've like squashed everything. But I just want to like talk to you because I find some of the shit you've done interesting. Like
Oh sure, yeah.
Like what is the whole like the whole deal with the fucking Rule 64 thing, because I know you had like beef or something with the people who made that content.
Yeah, I so with
I've
the so
always
with,
been
I'm
against
assuming.
that, by the way. That shit is weird. I don't like it at all. The
Oh,
RCT
absolutely.
shit,
Yeah.
Popped up on my
So
YouTube once and I hated it. Yeah.
I'm assuming you're talking about the video, like the most popular video that I
Yeah,
have.
you
That
have,
guy.
like, a chain
So
of three, I
that
believe.
dude, what happened was that guy was creating like it was a 14-year-old that was creating like fetish animations, Roblox fetish animations, and putting them on YouTube, and he had a community for it,
Yeah.
and a kid was just like, I mean, parents definitely needed to step in at this point. We'll just say that much. But what was going on in there, was you had like just an abundance of children, and grown men that would be just straight up like textbook pedophilia that was going on in there. And I was like, okay, absolutely not. I'm just gonna make a whole thing about this. And I did that reoccurringly with multiple of these communities because you could always find shit like that. You could always find shit like that in any of these like fetish, like Roblox fetish guys that make shit like that on Roblox. Like you just go on their server, snoop around, you'll find some shit that's not okay. You know, you could bet on that like every single time.
Yeah.
So, and I just made a string of videos going after that because it's like, you know, not okay. Even the ones done by, again, like I said earlier, like the, you know, as a minor making NSFW content.
Yeah.
If you're doing it yourself, you're endangering yourself. But it becomes a whole other issue if you're sharing it then publicly, and you have like this guy had like 11,000 subscribers and his channel was growing fast.
Yeah, and regarding your girlfriend making it, I didn't know about any of like the grooming history. Like, were people genuinely making fun of that? I only.
I've been seeing. I saw posts of people saying like, "I'm glad like this happened to her. I'm glad like blah 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 blah," just like
that.
awful,
Up, yeah.
just horrible shit. Yeah.
What was the whole trans shit about? Calling her trans or whatever.
Man, so that was started by that wasn't started by anything that Ruben had said, but I actually don't know.
Yeah,
I actually can't trace back the origin of who said that initially, but I know why they said that initially. They said it initially because because she goes by Tyler, and that's not her actual birth name.
Yeah,
but the thing is, so she
someone mentioned
it. She speaks like 3 different languages. English is her 3rd language.
Let me guess: English, German, Turkish.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah.
I can speak German as well, actually.
Damn, you know, I'm only like, obviously I only speak English.
You should try learning it. It's not too bad, to be honest.
Honestly, but what was I? No, don't worry. So you know, she was like, she didn't like her birth name, so online, like she wanted to like pretty much like change her name or go by something else, have people call her something else. And when she looked up like gender neutral like names in English, Tyler was one of them.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, like just, you know, go for that. So she picked that. And then found out later that it's like a typically like, you know, masculine name, but she, you know, she still uses it, and I think it's good. I think it suits her. So, you know, but then what had happened was then people were like, oh, you say you have a girlfriend, but her name is Tyler. Like, what's up with that? You know, so and then they started saying shit about that and saying how, you know, my girlfriend is like secretly trans or whatever, and all this other shit. Yeah, that's how that bullshit started. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I just saw this one. You took down a whole predator ring.
Oh yeah, that one I got into because I found that because I was actually looking into a different this kind of Nazi dog whistle that they would think. So it was a dog whistle to talk about how they want to kill Jews.
Oh yeah, that's horrible.
What they would it was playing off a very old Jewish stereotype that of Jews and big noses. So what they would say is that they're doing quote unquote gnome hunting, or some shit like that, and they would post that on the, and I found gnome hunting groups on Roblox, and I initially just wanted to delve into these groups because I just thought it was an interesting dog whistle. I thought it was something that people should know about it, be at least more aware of at the very least. But then when I looked into it, I was like, oh boy, these guys love child porn. Holy fucking shit!
Yeah.
It was just I made fucking FBI reports when I found that shit.
Did they come back to you about it? Send you a police to your house or whatever to talk about it?
No, because it was so I used the I guess for reference as well, in case you see some shit like that. I used the online. They have an online tip service, so you can go on there and be report sites. In this case, what it was is they were posting links to, so there's on, you usually can't find that kind of material on Google. You usually have to use some kind of different browser from the quote unquote dark web. The one that people usually use that I've seen in practice in a lot of these communities is Tor, spelled Tor. And that they were in this Roblox gnome hunting server posting dark web links to actual fucking child porn sites.
Oh god, that's horrible.
It was horrid, and I took the links and I went to the the FBI's online tip thing where they're hey, you could submit they're online. I think if you just look up FBI online tip service or something, you'll probably find it. But you just submit a report that you found this, that, or the other. You just describe what's on it, and the only thing is that it's under threat of perjury is the only thing, which is pretty much you have to tick a box that's I believe I am doing this in good faith. I have good reason to. Which, I mean, if you're reporting child porn, then you don't need to worry about that, So, yeah. But I've done that a few. I've only had to do that I think that's the only time I've had to do that. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
That makes me fucking jealous in comparison. I've only taken down a fucking ERP ring once when I was an admin for a group. That was
yeah. I remember one of the first biggest ones I got taken down was a big Roblox vor fetish game called Nom Valley.
I think I've seen a similar one to that. We've got fucking reports of it. Don't remind me. Oh god.
Yeah, that was a big one back in 22. I got that one taken down.
Yeah. You get a lot of
the owner was doing ERPs with 14-year-olds.
Of course he fucking was. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
But
so
I've noticed a lot of the fetish ones we got fucking war and giantess shit. I didn't even know what
the thing is it's always the most obscure ones. It's always the most obscure ones. The ones that are that most people are gonna look at and be okay, well, whatever, right? What about this is? But then if you look closely enough, then you're wait a minute.
Yeah.
These people seem a little bit, let's say, enthusiastic about the idea of being stepped on. What's up with that? So
it's getting a bit late for me, so I'm probably gonna head off in a bit. But I think the way we should go about this is I'm just gonna send you some I'll write up something. We'll just agree on what we should both do, right? I think the most I want from you is that you change a lot of the moderation in your server, because lots of the stuff there that is mentioned, like the fucking.
Oh yeah, no, I know,
stuff,
I agree
yeah.
with you. Yeah, yeah,
I
we're in
did-
the like I said,
Yeah.
that's on my like I just got back from break with my girlfriend like not even like 2 weeks ago, so
Yeah, fair enough.
we you know yeah.
Because I think that's my main remaining gripe with you, aside from the data shit and the fucking.
Oh yeah, you
the
know,
po-
no,
the
for
other
sure, for
point
sure,
you
yeah.
made, you know.
And I'll post an announcement that we're yeah.
Yeah,
Put in
we're
the
good.
you know
Yeah,
put this this in the
I
casket,
should
and we're not
probably
gonna
stop the
say shit about this.
recording.
And if
I'm
it
not
keeps
gonna-
up after that, if people
Yeah.
start doing it, then I just do a thing where I just go in the auto mod and I just put certain words in the auto mod so that it like
wait, I need to.
beams them.
I've been recording on
Yeah.
OBS for 2 hours and 53 minutes. Jesus Christ. Anyway.